The exams. When do your exams wrap up and your summer begins, Azalea? I'd imagine pretty soon here, right? All right. I think we've got everything set up. So yeah, let's get to going. Let's get going. Missed something during the time you were drowning in schoolwork? Missed something in what regard? In what regard? I mean, we've been going pretty hard with the streaming as best as I can. Okay, so here's some good news. I think I'm actually home the next 3 weekends, which means like 3 straight weeks worth of streaming. So I'm pretty pumped about that. That means some long streams Friday and Saturday this week. The week after, I want to do our 2-year streaming anniversary run, which means that I'll be summoning in people from chat to fight everything for me because I'm going to do the Firekeeper cosplay. So I'm looking forward to it. This weapon can't be buffed, right? No, okay. That is what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure. Brando, welcome back. Wolfie, welcome back as well. Set up crypto tips? Oh, it's through Streamlabs? Okay, hold on. If it's through Streamlabs, then that's a simple thing to turn on, maybe. Let me see real quick. That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. Merchandise store? I might have to look at that too. Use Coinbase, so if you have a Coinbase already, it's instant. Make that account. Okay, I'll have to set that up later, but I'll open the page so I don't forget. I also apparently have a balance to withdraw. Okay. Okay. I'll set that up later. Thank you for the heads up, Wolfie. I saw some people accepting crypto, but I think they were doing that outside of Streamlabs. Donating Dogecoins. So how exactly does that work, by the way? Dude, this moveset is quite fancy. Look at the way I spin. Wait. Oh, I can't parry with this, can I? Just started June 1st. Streamers doing that before just posted their wallet addresses. Okay. So what coins are suggested? Or what? Not suggested. What coins are supported? You're taking off. Check in from Dulles. All right, man. Where are you? Oh, right. You're heading to Colorado, right? Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Best of luck with your travels. Be safe. Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, all the Coinbase currencies. Okay, I mean I don't know anything about Coinbase, so. But good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, it's cool that they're doing that. I mean, I'm sure that it's not gonna be for everybody, but yeah, that's nice. It's nice that they have the option. Charlottesville has an airport. Who knew? Yeah, that's. When you said you were flying to Dulles, I was like, where in the hell are you flying to? And downtown Charlotte has no, like, downtown Charlotte is all the like historic stuff. So I guess the north side is where like the racetrack, or like the uptown would be where the racetrack and the airport and stuff are all at. Supporting crypto is really good for the crypto economy. Isn't there Twitch supports some cryptocurrencies, don't they? Fairly certain, actually. Not much, Brando. Not much, man. Just got back from the weekend, so I had 4 days off from streaming. So it feels good to be back. It's kind of odd, but I mean, obviously odd in a very, very good way. I always miss streaming, so I'm glad that I have the next few weeks to just stream. I mean, it's gonna be mostly DS3, but what else is new? Actually, this weekend I'll probably be able to fit in 2 runs Friday night. Like, go late and do 2 runs Friday night. And then 2 runs Saturday. I don't know. I'll probably start early on Saturday. I want to start, like, when I do weekend streams, I want to be able to squeeze it a little bit earlier for EU. Only raw Bitcoin. Well, I didn't know to what extent, but I knew that they had some crypto support available. What? I have not played DS Remastered as a lay. However, I am considering picking it up at some point, more and more, because I'm thinking about just running, like, getting it and running All Bosses Crapple Mage, trying to learn a speed run on it. I mean, it's 20 bucks to pick it up, so it's not a big deal. Not a big deal, but I don't know. I'll pick it up once I feel really inspired to, but I'm still really enjoying DS3. You know, and I kind of want to wait for DS1 like the remaster directory on Twitch to cool off just a little bit more, because there's still some pretty still some pretty big names that are playing, which obviously makes it a little bit harder to stream, even if you're doing something like a speed run at this point in time. So I'll give it a little bit more time to cool off. But that's how it goes. Anything that hits a major audience, you're gonna get a fair bit of streamers who will play it. So DS3's been going well. I've been enjoying it, and that's all that really matters. Unknown, welcome back. How are you doing? Gotta see how much my muscle memory is intact, having not played in a little bit. The damage isn't, like, great. I mean, it's kind of fast, like a dagger, but how to avoid going to a party? Just say you're not going? Can't make it? Something along that line? Won't work? Okay, so why don't you want to go to the party, and why can't you just say no? Your parents will force you to go. Okay, well, I'm thinking like college style, where it's just like you're just kind of deciding whether you want to go to a party or not. So why would your parents force you to go? That hurt. Valorheart plus a weapon skill great shield would be a strange combo. It probably would, but does the weapon art apply? No, it just pulls the shield off your back. It just pulls the shield off your back regardless, so it doesn't look like the skill art would work. Yeah, so that one's a weapon skill, so it just puts it on your back and uses the shield for it. That combo would have been a little bit broken probably, though. Get the huge shield bash in there and then follow up with the... You'd probably get a counter hit out of it, yeah? Force you to have a normal social life? Technically, as long as they don't know there's a party, it's okay, but you know someone who might tell them. In which case you're getting beamed. Well, if you know who might tell them, I don't know, maybe you could tell them to not say about it, but Could be the other type of person that if you say that, then they most definitely will tell your parents about it so that you do go. Are there other ways to have a normal social life in which you could avoid going to said party? Put the panic mentally on hold so you can make something for Sarah because she needs something positive. Hey man, that obviously that kind of thing takes precedence, you know, over the medley. The medley will be there when you want to come back to it. But yeah, how are you guys holding up? Obviously, you're saying she needs something positive. It's probably could be better, but yeah, I hope things are well enough for you guys. Also, honestly, I had no idea that this is what the Gravetender actually looked like until I went to make the cosplay today. And so, like, I looked up pictures of the Gravetender. Like, I looked up... Okay, first I looked up the build itself. Mikhail had posted the suggestion in Discord, and I had also looked on... Ow? Jesus. I had also looked online at a builds page I have bookmarked. And... yeah, I was shocked to see that this was the okay. All right. So, what was I even saying? Oh, so I looked up, like, zoomed in pictures, and lo and behold, he's wearing the dark mask and chainmail and stuff. I honestly just never realized. Told not to do anything stupid. To which he answered, if you look up stupid on Google, an image of me appears. Oh no. Yes, that's not good. It's not very promising. I like couldn't hear the elevator for a second. I thought shit was fucked. Audio wise, at least. Alright, well, now that we got that death out of the way, I would like to kill Osiro's first try. Also, we can't parry Gundyr, and we have a short little weapon. So, that'll be tons of fun. I greatly look forward to that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to put up the, yeah, I gotta add this cosplay to the list. It's not a big deal. You're fine. She's still in the phase of accepting what happened, and that's understandable. I mean that's one of the... That's like the last stage, right? In Dabda, right? So that's good if you know everything in fact is following that ordering. I hate this boss with a burning little passion. Actually, it's not a little passion, it's a pretty damn big passion. Ooh, that was a lucky stun. You know, it'd be great if this weapon, like, bled or something. Could be buffed. Like, I hate twinkling Titanite and Titanite scale weapons that just do terrible damage. Amazing hitboxes on this weapon. Nah, it's just the way the the swings get changed all over the place. I love it. Okay. Honestly, that's probably one of the most confusing things is when Osiris does the spin, but while you're in front. And I rolled that. You shit. Spinning. Spinning to win. Ooh, I rolled that early. Get out of here. God, I hate this boss. Twinkling Titanite weapons that can still be buffed. Those ones are a little bit on the strong side. I like them too. I like anything that can pack a punch, and being able to add a buff to something that's already pretty strong is very nice. It's very nice. Not only him, but your entire classroom might decide to meme you at any given time. Oh, man. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, in high school, I never went to parties. Let alone, okay, first off, I wasn't really invited to parties. We had, like, a few, I guess. But they were all with my friends, so you know, I wasn't gonna like say no to those. But outside of that, I wasn't really invited to any parties until maybe like senior year, where I was invited to like a couple of grad parties. But I mean, even at that, like, grad parties are fairly common. You just drop in for a little bit and leave. Say hi. It's like, oh no shit, you're graduating too? Good job. Hello. Thank you for your food. Hey, what's going on, Nari? How you doing, man? How you? Alright, so I think we've got all of the Grave Warden covered at this point. It's amazing how many souls you start to need for levels. Cause I'm not. There's no way I'm having another 750k after all of this. Never been invited to a party technically? Then what is this party that you're talking about? Good targets for Snap Freeze? I don't know. I have Snap Freeze and Great Soul Arrow on because, you know, it's part of the cosplay, but I don't know if there's any that is going to be like really, really useful against. Oh, that was dumb. I mean, I might find something, but we'll have to see. It's got surprising reach on this thing, mostly just because of the way that he like reaches out with this weapon. Oh, party for the whole class, gotcha. Alright, that was surprising. Not gonna lie. Was not expecting a stagger. 7% damage increase against frostbitten targets. Well, I guess the real question then is, what bosses are weak to frost. Because those would be ones that I would maybe consider it against. I'm just trying to think of bosses that, like, stand still. You know? Like, which ones have windows that are opportune enough to use the snap freeze on. Well, I gotta time that better because of the pokey poke. Hello, 180. You're part of the class, therefore danger. Well, I feel like the risk of your entire class, or many people in your class telling your mom about it would be minimal. Okay, that is not working. DSA is weak to frost? I might be able to. That was dumb. I might be able to on DSA. It's more so about, like, is it worth it? The weapon art on this, it's the same two that he has. It's the shield bash and the extended, like, sword attack. But I don't know timing-wise how well it would work against a boss, especially one like Champ, who's a lot faster. Not sure it would really be optimal.
Fun Colby fact. Colby used to be Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Kilm, what's going on, man? Thank you for the resub. And another lovely Colby fact. I'm learning more and more about myself every time you're around. Oh, okay, I got punched. Stream notification, your Streamlabs is completely fucked. I use Streamlabs, so Are you having issues at the moment, or were you just having issues earlier? I don't know why I went for that. Yep. Because I could have died right there. That combo is disgusting. Notification sounds are tripled? How do you have your sources input? Because sometimes Streamlabs just has issues like site-wide. So if you were streaming earlier, it could be an issue that's been resolved. What? No! No, 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 no. Dead. I don't know why my character blocked. It must be at the end of that attack. There's a blocking frame. Saved. Okay, it's fine. Nope. Dead. Don't weapon art finish, you dumbass! The Duratize, welcome back. Has it been a week? No. Last stream was Wednesday. R1, roll R1, jump R2, weapon art R1. That's a lot of blocking attack. I just didn't realize. I would have rather tanked the attack and not lost the stamina. Kill him. Thank you for 3 months in a row. I hope you continue to enjoy your face. Can't be around for long because sleep back in's no worries. Thank you very much for stopping by, dropping the resub. I hope you sleep well. Blocking Champ Gun Deer, not one of my finer moments. Not one of my finer moments. I should have just accepted the, yeah, lose all your stamina in one quick step. That's so bad. I wasn't expecting, like, my stamina depletion to be so much. I lost like half of my stamina on that at least. That's so dumb. Oh well. Been ongoing, delete all the Streamlabs sources because it's been awful. Do you have multiple Streamlabs sources in OBS? Because I only have the one that's the browser source. I just have the single plugin and all of them in the same spot, and it's been good for me. Wow, look at that! Look at that amazing hitbox. That was beautiful. So if you have like 3 individual links, you might be getting triple because of that. I just have a single source for... I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but I don't know. I just have a single source that does all of them. Hey, senor, what's up, man? How is you? I hate myself so much for failing this. It's so bad. Putting your webcam back up. Back up? So, are you insinuating that it was up once before? Because that's all I'm hearing. So I guess you only get the one stagger out of him. The fastest dashing? P1? R1? Or what are you talking about? Thrusting weapon, do you use the Leo ring? I don't, but mostly because just... No, the way I normally balance my rings is I have one that's auto-regenning health at the moment. I have one that's, oh my god. What the fuck? Excuse me, where is any of my input? Yeah, Leo is counterattack, so it would literally only be good during the counter damage segments. Jake, welcome back. I'm doing well, senor. I'm doing well. So I use this for regen, extra damage at full health, extra HP, stamina, and equip load, and Ring of Steel protection +3 for extra defense. That's like my standard ring setup that I've been using. I might, when I'm at max health and stuff, like when I've got max levels for stamina and equip load and health, I might take off Ring of Favor +3, but I don't know. I like the setup I've got. Only at full health like half the time. But I try to stay at full health. No, you're right. I mean, Lloyd's sword ring might be not a great call. But yeah, so the Leo ring though is counter damage, which isn't gonna do us much good, except for the few times that we actually have counter damage hits, like the couple swings that we get mid-fight, but I'm not gonna ring swap for it. Okay, shouldn't have punched. Got some quick R1s. See, it throws me off when he does that, but then doesn't start with the charge. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Also, okay, anybody notice that there's like an extra little like point where my character is frozen? Like I said, I don't like being close to them like that because he does these like instant wind-ups. I just need to delay that a hair. Shouldn't have done that. He can do instant charge out of that. It's really bad. I could have actually gotten away with that. What is going on? Can I have my rolls when I, like, I don't know, input them? Jesus, what is happening? Sometimes I wish I had up the fancy input viewer, because when you attack, like when you hit roll out of something and you don't roll until like way after, it kind of screws everything up. Gundeer sometimes. I don't like this rolling R1, I will say that much. What's going on, David? Stupid shield not parry because he only has that. He has the shield bash. Yeah, the weapon arts are the shield bash attack that he does, and the what is it? The shield bash and the delayed like long stab that he has. What? Why would you kick from that angle? Like, I don't even understand. Get out of here. It's so dumb. So dumb. 2-hit moveset of this weapon have improved DPS. Just take off the shield. Does it though? I actually have no idea. I can test it out. So this is the... Oh, wait, you might be right. Because the two-handed version of this, it's got weird-ass moveset. Yeah, I might not do that. Game capture versus window capture affect performance. I think on weaker GPUs and stuff, you might, or I don't know if it's GPUs or CPUs. On weaker builds, you might have some performance variations depending on what settings you're streaming at. I use game capture mostly. I do have the occasional window, or I have some window captures. I think it matters more so going from game to like monitor capture, desktop capture. Rather, I think that's the one that has the biggest difference of effect, but honestly I don't really know. I've heard people talk about differences, but the one hand rolling R1, yeah, I mean it's a standard roll poke. Yeah, I should probably just keep this one-handed though. I don't know why I wasn't before. I guess I just didn't think about it. Tender fight with him parrying. Oh my god. No, that would be terrible. Don't think like that. Don't think like that. The dude already sucks. You don't need to give him the ability to just parry you while you R1 spam him. Immolation Tinder. That run will probably make its way back sometime in the future. I gotta try and charge throw one him. Or R2 rather. Charged R1. What world do I live in? I don't know. I don't know why I thought that I had my 2-hand out, but I don't. Alright, get out of here, please. Enabling your memes to become stream reality. I told you guys, if you have cosplay run suggestions, put them in Discord, because that's basically, yeah, I mean, you've mentioned it in stream enough times, but I'm saying, like, people, if they give me suggestions, like, they will come to fruition most likely at some point. Cobra, welcome back. How you doing? How you doing? But I'm doing well, David. Thank you for asking. You only play borderless? I try and play borderless if I can. I mean, sometimes games like don't function properly or have a borderless option, but I try and use borderless gaming. The will of chat, the people voted, you did not. You're biased, you refrained from the vote. I mean, you're allowed to vote for it. It's not like it's not like it's that big of a deal, but I'm glad that borderless gaming changed what they had set up, because they freaking had, for a little bit, borderless gaming like changed from a Git repo to like a paid for program, and I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not upgrading, because every time I hit the upgrade button it prompts me to pay for it. I'm like, why would I pay for something that was free? But now it's back to a Git repo, so I was like, okay. I just like decided to check for updates the one time and just see if anything had changed. Reinhardt Wilhelm cosplay? What are you talking about? Why pay for my face when you have a button and have cold knives? Fair point. Fair point. I don't know how many people actually saw it, but I was scrolling through Facebook and somebody posted a picture. And so for those of you that know country music, Kenny Chesney is playing a concert this summer in Philadelphia. So somebody posted a picture of him, I guess from a previous concert there. But the face was just too good, so I had to crop it into an emote. Now, whether I actually use it for anything, I don't know. But, I don't know, the face was too funny not to crop down into emote form. I should probably just copy it and put it in chat for people to see. Alright, let me snag this picture real quick. New mentions. Oh no shit, I went live. Holy crap. Emote Factory. Alright, so this is what I came up with. I don't know. I thought it was funny. But yeah, everybody's got their own opinions, so form it for yourself. Yeah, no worries, Nari. Hopefully that got everything situated. You piece of crap! Stop. Let me R1 spam, you shit. Freeze, fool. I'm waiting. There it is. Yep, waiting for the parry. Looks like Gachi base. No, silly. I need him to like two-hand it. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. I really wish this weapon was better. It's amazing how much he can kick my ass with it, but it's really not all that good. I don't like this unfair bias towards bosses, them being able to just be so much stronger than the rest of us. Oh. Chose to dye her hair. Looks really nice. She's happy about that. Gonna lurk since you ran out of your medication, so all the letters are floating around. Nigh impossible to read or type. Alright, purple. Best of luck, man. Hopefully that all clears up for you. And then enjoy your lurk. I need, I told myself, wait until at some point for partner, then you pay for the BTTV monthly. And then we can have 25 GIF emotes. 20 freaking 5. That's amazing. But I don't want to pay for it. I like the FFZ model. Free. And if you pay $5, you get it permanently. I want more for a one-time payment. I don't want to subscribe. Subscribing for gifts? What is this madness? What is this madness? I don't know why I said it like that. But don't mind me. Hey, hey, bring your hand back into play, buddy. It's not cool. What? How many hits is it gonna take? There we go. You're gonna die, you're gonna die. Hey. Crucifix of the Mad King. I have not, but I do have Shira's set to go along with that. So at some point we'll do a Shira cosplay. At some point we will do a Shira cosplay. What's the, I forget, what is the weapon art on that one? It's the one where you, like, put the crucifix into the ground, right? Ooh, that was close. Ooh. See ya. See ya. Bye. The RNG one, wait. RNG? I don't know about that. I don't know how much I like the sounds of inflicting RNG. Now, wait, maybe at max. I wanna do some weapon art only runs as well at some point, but only if the build allows for it. Basically, only if what do you call it? I feel like there's some like audio glitches happening. Only if they're not like FP related. Like I can still do it if my FP runs out, because I really hate. Well, I guess we'll have more attunement and such. I'd have to configure the build to be more FP based than it currently is. Tired of basic questions that could be answered by the info down below. Do you get asked a lot of the same stuff? Because I mean that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You put stuff in the info panel and then people don't read it, and it's like, well, you should take a look down there because you might get some information passed along your way. Only kind of just killed a boss, got a legendary, and fell into the void. Oh no. Borderlands 2 taking over your life yet again. What does lowest level mean? I'm sorry, that's it's a concept that only people with high IQs can comprehend. People don't even read the title. Get why some people just say read this. Yeah, no, people don't. People honestly don't. And that's why I have info, like that's why I have an info command. And recently I made a title command so that you can get the title in chat if it so pleases you. So it's just like you just set up a bunch of commands. That way that people are too lazy to read anything. You just have commands for frequently asked questions and information that people would find interesting. Try Poly D, what's going on? How you doing? You just don't care. Well, yeah, because there are people that watch. There are people that watch specific streamers purely just because that's the streamer that they watch, right? So, like, obviously you're gonna run into that. I like to read what people are. Yeah, I like to read what people are doing, even if I'm watching the person because I like them. Yeah, I'm gonna read the. Gotta read the title just to see what they're doing, so I don't end up being one of those people that is like, "Hey streamer, what is happening right now? What you doing? What you up to?" Costs but no FP, but deals good damage. Follow-up R2 costs. Oh, okay, it's the follow-up. Okay, that might be manageable. Yeah, if you do anything that's just weapon art. Well, honestly, if I was doing weapon art only, I would probably only be doing the L2. Like, I wouldn't follow up the weapon art at all. Info section. Yeah, because we've got a very lewd info panel. You know, Texas, welcome back. Yeah, there's just an info panel that links purely to sexual stuff. But no, that is the nature of our generation. Not just Twitch, but like there are a lot of lazy individuals. Do fair and keep skip. I'm sorry, this is a glitchless run. And so in short, to explain what glitchless means, it means I will be doing no glitches. Alright, so Nari is now identifying lots of commands that I don't have. Good job, Nari. I will make sure to make none of those. No, I mean, I make them for things that are, like, very, very frequently asked. But I don't do, like... If I did speedruns, or, like... It also depends, too. I think certain things get asked more frequently the bigger your channel is. So, like, when we were doing no-hit runs and stuff, I didn't get a whole lot of questions because the people that were watching were familiar with no-hit runs. But, you know, it is definitely possible, like, as things go on and you know, the channel grows and stuff, you get more people in, which means there's a higher probability that, yeah, those types of questions get asked. Take less skill than glitchless? Found that out in a speed run. I thought glitchless always took more skill because you have to play through more of the game, so this is news to me. Don't watch, but your EU crowd sure does. And that's why I want to start earlier on the weekends, because I am definitely robbing the EU community. Damn, Colt, that was a fast freaking flight. I mean, to be fair, it was a very short flight, but how was it? Hope they treated you well, no issues. What about any percent glitchless? Excuse me, I hit the roll button. May I interest you in reading my inputs? Carpets, what's going on?
Beat through 12 months, that equals 1 year, 52 weeks, or 365 days, or 8,760 hours cold BSW.
Justin, thank you for a freaking year, man. 12 months, holy crap. How are you doing, good sir? Okay, I tanked that hit for you. I tanked that hit for you. Justin, I hope you continue to enjoy your face. Welcome back. It's good to see you. What's the name to that voice? I believe that one is Justin. Justin's voice is, it's interesting, to say the least. It is interesting, to say the least. Just walk through the catacombs while it's invisible and you can't hit any walls or the game will crash. Nah, man, there's no skill involved in glitching. You're skipping over the game. 20 minutes take off to touchdown, that's crazy. That was shorter than my flight from Toronto to Ottawa. I don't know the mileage difference though. But that one was, I know, like 40 minutes or something like that. I think that was definitely the shortest flight I've ever been on. The amount of debates I'm hitting you with is triggering? Wait, why? What debates am I? Oh, your name is also Justin. Okay, so Kide Sens is Justin as well. And his name used to be Justin H14. So I met him as Justin, and I call him as such. So I apologize. I apologize, but yeah, that might be a slight adjustment that you'll have to be doing. Do I know what I'm running on my next NG? I don't. So suggestions are I'm always open to them, Paulie. So Fairfruit, what's going on? How are you doing? Look, when you say your name, you look back to see it's how you can't help but look. See, that's how you get viewers involved. You try and just find a lot of people who actually share the same name, so that way when you're talking to one of them, the other ones feel inclined to stay tuned in, and thus you maintain your viewership, and it grows from there. Yeah. Ow? Excuse me? Doggo? Blindfold Run played with a Google Home as the controller. Man, I've seen a voice controlled run before. It just seems rough. I don't know. Highlandering now? Are we playing Highlander? Is that the question here? Because I like Highlander, but damn, is that a long song. Yeah, I had no idea that your name was Justin, Texas. I had no clue. The more you know. Fang, welcome back. Thank you for the host. How are you? Playing way too much BDO. Things have been going well. I just got back. I was gone for a few days, but things have been going. Oh my god, I'm so excited. You guys have no idea how hype I am to actually be around to stream on a weekend, let alone 3 weekends in a row. Because I've been gone the last 3 weekends. And like, streaming on weekends is just great because there's no restriction. I'm not like, oh, I gotta go to bed because I have work tomorrow. I can just keep going. I can just keep streaming, it's fantastic. Also, I assumed that those were morph emotes, but I actually had no idea. Like, I don't know. I didn't know that those were morph emotes, but they did look like them to me. I'd only seen a few of them. That's why. Indie game dev from Brazil. Taisu is looking for content creators a way to try a game out. Called Dual Snake, very challenging axle puzzle game. If you could whisper me info on it, I'll give it a look and see if it's something that I'd be interested in. And so if you have like a link or something that you could whisper me, Because it'll probably time me out in chat for it. Snap freeze doesn't chain well. I mean, most like spells aren't gonna really chain well, right? Because you have to wait for the casting, which is the biggest downside to it all. So I'm just trying to think of like what snap freeze could be really, really effective against. Because I know that we got some decent frost procs on some enemies, like on some bosses. But that's with the melee weapon. What's my real name? Is that a serious question? My real name is Colby. Clobberton. Colby cheese? Nah, that ain't me. Controlling a two-headed snake with both hands. Oh god, I don't know if I have that coordination. I struggle enough with like Binding of Isaac of like point and shoot with two joysticks. Oh, Colb Clobberton. I thought you said Clob Clobberton. I'm a man of many names. I'm a man of many names at this point. Never did I think that Z Colbster would turn into more than just my name. Like people calling me Colby. I would never expect like Clobster, Clobbert, all of the above. Oh no. It's Clibble? Okay, that's a new one. I've heard Cobble. Hey man, what's going on? Fancy meeting you here. Oh wait. Yeah, what's up, jackass? No! Too much stamina. He's thinner than me. I am a thick boy. We discovered that a long time ago, though. Of Clobbler. I actually don't eat Clobbler. I am not a cannibal. I am not a cannibal. Not even myself. Yeah, no, don't trust yourself. You're your own worst enemy. See? Look at that. And again, you don't learn from your mistakes. Come on, buddy. You damn blocking frames! Colby, Colb, Clob, Clobbert, Lob, Lobster, Clob, Cobble, or Clobby. Those are all accurate. Although Lob is probably never really ever used. Smo is Vort? Why is this your theory? Where is this coming from? Clobberella DeVille? Am I trying to obtain hundreds of Dalmatians? Call me at once. Alright, sounds legit enough. Ow, ow. Oh god. Excuse me. No! Get out of here. Guild is going to war, need to focus. Alright, Justin. Enjoy your lurk. Best of luck with the war. Weapon doesn't have enough DPS? Was Justin playing? I believe he's playing some BDO. Where is my bonfire? There it is. Come in and say, hey, and you're like, I recognize the name, but I don't remember. Oh, by the way, remember when we talked about XYZ subject? I mean, yeah. I've had it a few times. It's mostly with people who aren't, like, regulars, so it's people that, like, pop in fairly infrequently and just, like, they'll say hi from time to time, maybe talk about something, but then they will be back for, like, a really long time. Like, I'm talking, like, people that don't come back for, like, months. Because, like, I'm pretty good about remembering people that are here relatively frequently or have been here, you know, within the past few weeks. But if you popped in, said one thing, and then left, I'm not gonna feel bad for forgetting. It's also bad because sometimes people come in and they change their name, and then they come back and like, do you remember me? And I'm like, no, I don't remember you. And it's like, oh, I changed my name from this. It's like, well, thank you. I'm not gonna remember you because your name is different. Okay. Gonna give this like 1, maybe 2 more tries. Alright. Blatant Soul is where it's at. Oh man. I like some MMOs, but certain games are just so damn hard to stream, I feel like. Makes upgrades in the game look ugly? What do you mean by that? Oh, so you're forced to buy outfits. Gotcha. I didn't know what you meant by upgrades, but I see. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. Can you buy, like, stuff with, like, an in-game currency? You just need a lot? Or do you have to use, like, actual money to buy those? If you change your chat color, people are like, what the fuck, man? Well, that's a fairly common thing, too, because it's like you get used to you get used to people in a certain way, right? And then they change, and you're like, whoa, something's not right. I get that. I changed my name to White for a little bit one time, and people were like, yo, why is your name White? I'm like, because I want to mess with people on mobile. Oh, puts it in the market in game, which means that somebody bought it with real money and then is like, I don't want it. Which is just basically a way to buy in-game currency. Which I don't even know if there's a way to do that directly so people buy sought-after outfits and sell them. I don't know, I guess that's the only way that I would be getting them, but I'm not gonna play BDO. I'm not gonna do it. It's too much to get into. It's too much for me to handle. Also, I don't think I want to try and fight Wilhelm.
I've seen your kind. Everybody fitting.
I've seen your kind before. Come on, Wilhelm, let's go for a little walk. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's great. I've got my catalyst out, so naturally you intend to prevent me from using it. It's fine. At least this isn't a like a sorcery only type thing. Dude, in speedruns, yeah, you get the catalyst out, and then you go back to two-hand and you spam L1 in the weapon art. Yeah, I know. I know a thing or two. Run off the edge. Or not. Whee! Bye-bye, Wilhelm. Bye-bye. 'Twas nice to see you. See, like, sometimes he's really urgent to go and visit Dunk City. But other times, he just doesn't want to. Knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two. Oh, what's that quote from? I've seen that in, like, a commercial. I don't know what you're referring to exactly. Also, so I was in somebody else's chat earlier today, and they pointed this out to me. So I guess it became a thing while I was away this weekend. So maybe someone can enlighten me as to when it became a thing. But now on your left-hand side on desktop, instead of just showing the followed channels, it first has a subcategorization of your subbed channels and has those listed by viewer number, and then it has your followed channel, which I think is really good because two things happen with that. It prioritizes channels that you've obviously subbed to yourself, but also if people are gifting subs to channels, it'll put those ones ahead, so gifted subs are even more effective than they already are. So I think that's pretty cool. You beat Gale, GG, Doctor. Welcome back, by the way. But GG's. Yours isn't that way, Texas? It's an FFZ thing? That's weird. Cause that's how I could show you guys. That's what mine looks like. Hey Ashley, how are you? Tough question. Sarah said if you dye your hair, she'll stop talking to you about K-pop. What would you do? Well, first I would consider the implications for your job. Would it matter if your hair was dyed? Top 5 right now is Hob, EXP, Squilla, Discs, and Deadmau5. You're only sub to 134. Here, I'll show you guys what mine looks like. Should be. Yeah, so this is just my stream, but let me see where's. Oh, that's not. So this is just an instance of my stream. Whoa, double me, triple me actually. Wow, look at this. But sub channels, followed channels, online, friends, recommended channels, recommended friends. Look, I'm recommended to myself. That's amazing. I'm just that good. So yeah. And apparently I show up in my own subscribed list, which is weird too. But yeah, so this is what I see, which I think this is cool. I think that's good. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Inception. Looks the same for you, Wider. What's going on, guy? Welcome back. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Okay, I don't need to incept anymore. That was good incepting, you guys. That was good fun. I didn't necessarily mean to to do that though. Corn on the cob. It's happened before. So you go for it. You go for it. As long as I'm aware of what you're calling me, that you're referring to me, I don't really mind too much. Unless it's offensive, then. Subbed in your heart. That's what matters most. That's what matters most. What was this, Endurance Eyes? Live webcast fail 8 years ago. Oh, God. Oh, God. I wasn't expecting it to go that deep, though. That's what she said. I just need to stop myself there. Favorite subscriber myself. Yeah, I'm my favorite sub. I'm also my own worst enemy, so take it for what you will. That's what she asked. That's what she questioned. Never said it to me. Thanks, Fang. Thanks, buddy. I don't like where I am. Also subbed in your heart. No, I mean, like, having subs and stuff is cool. I think honestly that, like, okay, I don't know how do I word this. I appreciate subs. Do not get me wrong. Subbing is an awesome thing. But, like, honestly, I love when people can just stop by, even if it's only for a couple minutes, and say hi. Like, because subbing, at this point in time, since we're not partnered, subbing doesn't unlock extra emotes, right? So, like, I think subbing is awesome that you guys would go out of your way to do that. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. I think at a partnered level, it'll be even more cool because I'll actually be able to, like, give you guys stuff for being subbed, other than just a single shitty face. You guys can get lots of them, because God knows that that's all I'm going to be making for sub emotes. Mogan Kai, welcome back. But yeah, I, like, don't know how to word that without it being, like, like, I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to be, like, offensive or unappreciative with it, because I am appreciative of it. Become a cam girl? Yeah. You know it. You know it. That's what I'm about. Shipping pins for long-time subs. I felt so bad that I forgot to bring a pin down for Colt. I have to mail him one. Saw him in person and didn't even remember to bring it. Ooh, that was close. Otherwise, I beat. No, there is no beating that goes on here. The only thing we beat is bosses. Soul arrows while waiting? Oh, that's true, yeah, I could have used soul arrows, like, when I was spaced out there. Wasn't really thinking about that. Also, Moog, why do you hate DS1? DS1 is great. I'm considering buying DS1 Remastered at some point to speedrun it. Beta Chaos? It's called Toki Bombs, my dude. Firebomb that shit. Bed of Chaos does not deserve to be legitimately fought. The Ring Nightingale's Arena drops a Titanite slab? I did know that, but I have plenty of Titanite slabs, so I don't bother to kill the guy. But yeah, he'll drop you one. I'm doing well, Moog. I am doing good, man. Sorry I dropped out so quietly. Oh, hello. I was doing some stuff with work, and then obviously it had to leave work. I was there like an hour later than I had planned to be. Drop out quietly all the time. I know, I just, like, I don't know. I'm weird like that. A lot of times I'll say I'll say hi and bye when I'm watching a stream. Very occasionally will I actually just like lurk and try and be silent, but I don't know. I like letting people know I'm there or not. How many times have I killed Sigurd? Not many at all, I don't think. Are you saying like in general? Or on this playthrough? Because I don't think I've killed... No, I don't think I've ever killed Sigurd. I was gonna kill Sigurd for his armor set, but then I just did Patch's questline and bought it. Pitiful, why is it pitiful? I like the Onion Bros. Oh, you know what? I need to do the... I need to do some... I've got some boss builds to do, but I've also got the Onion Bro. Oh, nice. We actually have enough souls now. The hardest boss in the game? Are you saying that he is super difficult? Is this what you're implying?
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring.
Nep, thank you for the follow. Alright, what do we want to level here? So we've got 70 dex. We actually get dex scaling out of that? Are you shitting me? Yes, please.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Yes, please.
Oh, bye-bye.
Okay, I gotta see though.
Then shall we begin?
Like, are we gonna get anything
Then shall we
more than just that single point? Like, are these levels gonna be worth it? Okay.
Then shall we
But I don't think 75 is gonna be. No. Okay. I can put this point somewhere else. Why do I have 63? Oh, you know what? I must have gotten some scaling out of it. It's fine.
be safe?
Be safe. Oh wait. Shit. I miscounted.
Be safe.
I miscounted. Okay, no, why did I missed something. Okay, so the 3 slabs, so they're all appreciated. Yeah, I have 77 slabs. Just a couple of slabs. It's not too many, but you know, a fair amount. Legitimately fight against BOC's the modded one. Yeah, exactly my thoughts. If you get mean, wait, so where was Beta Chaos? Too tired to continue tonight. Why is the stupid tagging thing trying to make this consistent? Oh shit. It's a nice little skip, but I guess if you break that pot, you're kind of screwed. I'm missing something though. I'm missing something. Skylord, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome back. Okay, I clearly missed some bit of information. Skip the hardest boss in the game, time to cut off Straight Even's legs. I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. Okay. Over my head. So I don't know. I missed something, but we're just gonna mentally reset here. Oh, I say hi and bye in streams so people don't ask you questions. And you're gone, only exceptions if you fall asleep during a stream. See, I don't fall asleep during streams, but that's because when I'm watching streams after I finish, like, I'm on my desktop, so I'm not gonna fall asleep in my chair, and I don't bring my my laptop or phone to bed with me to watch streams because I'm not gonna fall asleep to it. Or I wouldn't, like, I'm not gonna try and purposely fall asleep to it. Hello? That was non-intentional. After you... No. Snap freeze deacons? I could try. I might try on the second phase and see what it does. Dad's finally home after 2 months out of the physical therapy. Rehab's not awesome, man. I'm glad that he's back. Hopefully he's doing well. That's really good to hear, though. Number 1 quality of life streaming change, hiding viewer count. Fuck, I read chat. Don't read and jump, kids. Don't read and jump, it's dangerous! It's dangerous. Ah, I just punched my disc. Bad ideas. Thought, what's going on? Most streams you lurk, so you come and go and no one knows. Yeah, I mean that's the other way to do it, honestly. It's the other way to do it. I mean there are some streams that I'll pop in. The thing is too, if I can only pop in for a little bit, sometimes I'll say hi and then I won't say bye because I feel weird just being like, hey, just showed up, also leaving now. But the trade-off of that is then sometimes it looks like you come to streams just to get a shout out, and it's like, no, I came to just say hello, but happened to get shouted out in the process of it, and it's nice. Desk who's bought, but I like the desk and I don't want to damage it, so I would prefer to not beat it. Just lurk pretty much. I honestly like really appreciate lurks, you know. Lurks are what make Twitch go round. Because if everybody was like, if you looked and there was like a 3,000, you know, viewer stream and every single person was chatting, that would be that'd be so hard to keep up with. I mean, you can't even keep up with channels that big anyway. So like, even if you cut it back and you had, you know, you had a 30 to 50, you know, viewer channel, but everybody was chatting. Oh man, it would be so difficult. Stop saying bye lately, not sure why. Well, it probably depends too on like what chats you're in and stuff, because you know that like, okay, this streamer normally catches the message or doesn't, or you know, sometimes you're in a hurry and you don't have time to say bye. Because I know oftentimes like when you say bye, you also want to like, I don't know, at least for me, like I like to see if they say anything back, in which case like if you have to go, sometimes you just won't even take the time to say it. Porlock, what's going on? Now, was the wedding? The wedding was good. The wedding was good. It was a lot of fun. Like it over here over Squilla's chats are too big to follow. But I mean, that's the thing. It's gonna happen with any channel as it grows. It's gonna happen to any channel as it grows. You know, like I know that there are people that won't watch channels, like they just refuse then to watch the channel. So like some people won't watch a channel as much because it's, you know, it's moving too fast, or there's too many people, you know, whatever. They won't watch it as much, but they'll still watch. There are some people who like outright will not watch because they 100% watch for the interaction, and if they don't get it, they're just over it. I don't know. I still watch bigger streams even if I know I'm not gonna get my chat read. It doesn't bother me too much. You just kind of have to go into it mentally ready to not, you know, not be 100% engaged by the streamer. And that's fine. Like, I would rather see a streamer that I enjoy be successful than, you know, basically be selfish. And be like, oh, you have to talk to me or I'm not watching you. Like, how is that really any, you know, how is that fair? Some of the chats are too toxic. Yeah, I mean, but that's part of it, yeah. No, I mean, there's tons of different reasons why you would watch or not watch particular streams, right? I mean, everybody has their preferences on what, you know, what they do and don't like about stuff. Mikhail, what's going on? Got good news? Found a place to move into? Dude, everybody's moving. Everybody's moving. Well, I'm definitely glad to hear that. You're on mobile, you can only see 1 to 4 comments. Okay, see, that becomes problematic. Like, on desktop, it's not as bad to keep up with bigger chats, but yeah, mobile, you're pretty limited. So I understand that sentiment. I mean, I feel bad for you in general, just because you're on mobile, but I know for some people that's what they have to work with, and they can't really watch Twitch otherwise. Damn it. Alright. Autobibli, if you leave. Yeah, but you joke about that, but that's how some people are. Right? That is how some people are. And some people just have a very big obsession with the streamer and their opinion and stuff, and can't can't be bothered to watch them if they won't give 100%, you know, dedication to them. Oh my god! Am I dead? Hey, fuck you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. I hate this boss. I hate this boss so much. Yo, what's going on, Ryan? Someone get pissy because you missed a single message when chat was super busy while you're focusing on a boss fight? Yeah, like some individuals are not very understanding when it comes to like the actual streaming side of things. They are 100% there for you. They don't care about the rest of the chat. It's between them and the streamer. And so if the streamer fails to communicate at any point in time with them or doesn't give them 100%, you know, attention, it's an attention thing. It is 100% an attention thing. Yeah, many people are understanding about it, but some are not. Carpets, thank you for the bits. Play hardcore games, it gets awkward when someone walks in. not where I thought that was going. Only accepts APA for it. Oh, Nari's playing hardcore, gotcha. You have a good conversation with chat? Nobody cares what you have to say, you won't bot? Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Miss your greeting sometimes when you get mad at him? I didn't miss your greeting today, though. I didn't miss your greeting today. Notice me, I'm really important. How dare you ignore my message from an hour ago? You don't care about me. Oh, man. Yeah, and like, if I miss a message, like, feel free to repost it. Like, you don't, obviously you don't have to spam it, but like, if I miss something and you really want me to, you know, if it is important for you, for me to read it, like, go for it. At me to get my attention. Yeah. Yeah, and then eventually I'll just not have those notifications anymore, and I'll just miss it all. You're thinking about getting a pet tarantula? Why? If I may ask. That I have no interest in that at all. No thank you. You like the Deacons? Why? I hate the Deacons. It's got good boss music. It's got good boss music. Aside from that, you love spiders? Is that just an Australian thing? Because, like, you guys already basically have giant-ass spiders that just live in your house. No. I couldn't do it. That's my problem. And all I can think of is Kemi's story about how one time she was staying in Australia for a little bit, and there was just a giant-ass spider on the ceiling. And just, like, hanging above her, and how she, like, didn't want to sleep. And I 100% get that. Use someone else's shoe. Yeah, but, like, those spiders, I would be scared. Like, they're almost as big as the shoe, if not bigger, and that scares me. And then the stuff they hunt, it depends. Depends for me. I don't know. Some spiders I'm like okay with. Other ones I'm like, I don't want you in my house. If you're outside, like, that's cool. I'm okay with spiders outside. Once you enter my house, everything dies. That's not anything that's insexual dies. Super cheap, super cool, and super easy. But haha, no, not okay. You just let them outside. See, I'm not all about, like, getting up and being like, here, buddy, come on over here. I don't want to touch it. Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you. Did you win the war, Justin? Did you win the... You lost your war. No! Justin, you have failed us! Doesn't even know your social security number? SMH, why am I here with you? Disconnect. Giant moth's been living inside, living on your window for the past 4 days. No idea where it gets its food from. Think it might be a spider in disguise. Yeah, it's probably just like Spider-Man, because, you know, he's always in disguise, unless he's doing Spider-Man things. Aren't moths, I know, are like attracted to what, cedar chests, right? Something like that, or cedar closets. Cedar in general, I think. Spiders are never cool and never will be cool. You tell them. You tell them. I don't like insects in general, and I know that spiders are technically arachnids, but I'm just gonna, for the sake of disliking things in groups, I'm gonna just throw them in the same group so I don't have to specify. I do not like insects. To the blood of the innocent? Well, it's not concerning all. How much R1 spam can an R1 spammer spam if an R1 spammer could spam R1? Riddle me this. You love the creepy crawlies? See, no, because they're creepy crawlies. They're not friendly crawlies. They're not, hey, come sit on my lap crawlies. That sounds kind of freaking weird. There's a good reason why nobody calls them that. Go with a scorpion? Honestly, I wouldn't want either of them. But maybe, Scorpion I think would be cooler to have to me. But I wouldn't want to clean the cage because you gotta take the thing out and then, If you didn't have to take them out of the cage, or the aquarium thing to clean it, then maybe. But no, I'm just like staying away from all that. Not the 90s or early 2000s TV show. Just all that in general, what we've been talking about. Doing like the base tier nodes because you aren't an insane guild, and these guys who should be doing top tier wars with your opponents, they're probably just farming you for easy victories. I don't know what kind of winnings they get out of it, but this behind your TV, like, do you have one of the old school TVs and it lives like inside of it behind the screen, or it literally just lives like in the back corner? Honestly, if you know it's gonna stay back there and you've seen it like always there, I'm not so like opposed to that. Like, I'll leave him be. I don't need to go out of my way. But once you enter like my living space, that's where I draw the line. And I have a lot of living space, relatively speaking. No deadly spiders here? Are you sure about that? It's like mounted, there's webs on the holy thing, oh man. I betrayed all cheese kind. Well, I really like cheddar cheese. That's the one I probably betray the most. Mozzarella is also betrayable. There are some cheeses like Limburger I will never betray. They're good to stay on their own. I don't want any parts of them. Cold cheese is average. Oh, you take that back. You take that back. I am almost as good as cheddar. I am almost as good as cheddar. I am offended. Almost, but not quite. Yeah, they're just close enough, but they are different. I'll give you that much. Tip top of the bell curve. I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, at least I'm not on the lower part of the bell curve. Yeah, I'm better than 50%. You like cheese in general? I'm weird. I don't like cold cheese. So like if I'm gonna eat cheese, I want it to be melted. That's how I like it. That's how I like my cheese. That's the best way. What? Okay. I'm gonna be right next to him. Hello, Fred! Because that's cannibalism. I did back in college. And that's like, I think the only time I've ever actually eaten Colby cheese. And I will give you my justification for it. So, at the like sandwich shop I worked at school, we called it cheddar cheese. But it was labeled Colby. And that was the only, it's the only time I ever had it. In my mind, I told myself it was cheddar, though. Yeah, that way I would sleep soundly at night. You know, because morals and all that jazz. Golden Smite, what's going on? Made from human, then? No. I am a type of cheese. Manster? Isn't it Munster? Do the monster mash. He did the mash. Lily, welcome back. Problem with average, but not top of the bell curve. It's all about the wording, Classified, all right? It's all about the wording, right? So average, everybody knows average is the middle, right? But it's all about the wording, right? So top of the bell curve. which we know is actually just a synonym for average. However, you said I'm the top, thus making it sound better than it actually is. That's the key. That's the key. You need to make things sound better than they actually are while keeping them actually at the same level. One cousin got stung by a scorpion, had to walk 5 miles to the hospital since their phone was dead, and they were in the middle of nowhere. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. Prefer bottom then? Wait, what? No, what? To be able to tumble buff everything? Who needs tumble buffing? I would have to then actually put effort into things and glitch it and stuff. Yeah, what's going on, Dak? Welcome back. Mother's so mean that she had no standard deviation. I'm trying to fully understand what that means. I know what a standard deviation is, okay? I know what a standard deviation is. I'm trying to figure out in the concept, or in the, not the concept, in the, confine, the relation, in relation to the joke. Mean, median, and mode? Yes. I know what those are. My mother is mean. You take that back! My mother is a nice lady. Context. Yes, purple. Thank you. English is my first language, by the way. If you guys couldn't tell. I didn't put on my buff rings, but it's fine.
Bless this thy hand grenade, but with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy.
Blackstar, thank you for the follow. Feel the mental blades turn. Okay, I took math classes. I took many of them over the course of my high school and college career. I don't have to use them on a daily basis, so I have not touched that shit in years. And I was also very bad at statistics. To be fair, my first ever stat class was a senior level intro to probability, wait for it, theory. Prerequisites, not stat. Calculus was the prerequisite to my first ever stat class. That was not fun. You don't want to start it, but you want to move forward in life? You can do it, man. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Honestly, the high-end G's just aren't that bad. Favorite math class? Trying to think what math class. I took one that was like a comp sci / math class. Those ones are kind of interesting. It was a lot of like matrices though, which I don't know full well. I don't know. I don't mind like Calc 2 and earlier. I don't mind too much. Calc 3 was not fun, but that was because my professor sucked. Excellent. Hard mode Walnir? What do you mean by that? Not killing him from the bracelets? I have not. I've killed him with miracles and sorcery and pyromancy only. So having to free aim the... Okay, hello. Having to free aim the bracelets. But that's, I guess, the most difficult way that I've done it. Just use Pestle and Mist. I guess that's a fair point. Sure, question, all math classes are horrible. I don't know, math was always one of the easier subjects for me. It was always one of the easier subjects for me. But college math classes were rough. So just having fun, you get a bunch of random red phantoms. Yeah, see, I haven't done NG Plus in actually any of the other Souls games. I should probably do DS1 at some point, because like I like DS1, and yeah, I feel like I would be relatively fine with it because I have relative comfortability with it. Like discrete math's not bad. Discrete math's not too bad. That's the discrete math was the one with a lot of proofs, right? But it's a lot of logic, which is a lot of stuff that is important for like computer science and stuff, which is why we had to take it. When fractions go above other fractions, you just simplify it, dividing the fractions. But yeah, no, it doesn't come naturally to everybody. But that's how anything goes. It's not just math. English was your struggle because you're a slow reader. I am too. I 100% feel you on that. I 100% feel you on that. I just, like, it's not that I'm a bad reader, but I read closer to what I would speak. Like, I read it as if I would read it out loud. Whereas a lot of people that read, like, skim read a lot of stuff. The occasional grammar Nazi. I'm like a grammar Nazi to people for fun, just because it's, I don't know. I'm the person during the typing test that like realizes a spelling mistake and I just spam backspace a few times to like, so I'll lose speed, but I'll have 100% accuracy at the end of my typing test. So I think it's a little bit of OCD, and I don't know, I point that stuff out. Grammarly installed and still don't have good grammar. I mean, there's stuff that I still mess up. I use, especially when I'm speaking, like I'll say there is and then use a plural, not there are. Occasionally I'll catch myself on it, but linear algebra, I don't mind too much, but I just happened to take that my first semester at college, which just wasn't a great semester for me. I think had it been at some other time, I would have done a lot better with it. I just didn't understand some of this stuff or how to apply it, but taking later classes that built off of linear algebra wasn't too bad. What the heck? I don't understand that hitbox sometimes. Mess up your password instead of deleting just the mistyped character. I do that too. Especially if it's, I do it on the command line a lot because the password is hidden. And so I'll start typing, I know I mess up, and I'll just spam delete until it's completely gone, and then I'll rewrite it. I missed some messages, I'll have to go back. Oh, shit. Reading chat. Not that it's chat's fault, but I'm just not paying attention. Oh wow, the fire actually goes up on top of that. I didn't realize. Okay, I wanna catch up with some stuff here. It's okay to blame. No, I don't like blaming chat. I don't like blaming chat. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. It's mine. Your dad's wife is avoiding you? And he's asking you on advice how to get her to stop leaving before you get there when you come to visit? Well, that does not sound like a fun situation. Best of luck with that. I don't have any experience in that, so unfortunately I have no advice. But damn, no, that's rough. Decide to play Dragon Age Inquisition instead of moving to NG+3? How is Dragon Age? How is Dragon Age? I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say it's really good, and other times not so much. You can highlight any text and it gives you the definition. I mean, you can right-click on stuff and just Google the definition. But yeah, no, that is nice because it's like an inline thing. Was there anything else that I missed? I feel like there was something that I had read earlier, but I think I got everything. Did the Sterlings reset? No. No, they shouldn't have. If you're not subbed, they don't grow as fast. So I don't know if that's what you're maybe thinking. Your 1 weakness, your first weakness. All right, enjoy your lurk, Mikhail. Barely passed the tutorial. Okay. I didn't know how far you were. You would have won if you went all in wider, damn. It's all right, man. It happens. It happens. Have you played any of the other Dragon Age games? Or is this your first one? And that's the thing is like, yeah, especially with people like that go from Souls and stuff, like forming opinions of some RPG games is hard because the combat isn't anything close to what Souls is, and it disappoints people. Which kind of sucks that like people don't accept games for what they are. Everything's a comparison. But I don't know. I guess then you start looking at it for like a story-based opinion. You like Dragon Age Inquisition? Till halfway through, never touched it again. Oh, really? Damn. I mean, at least it was somewhat enjoyable and not just like trash from the beginning, but that still does suck. And then it's like, well, not really worth it anymore. Because it's like, it's good that you enjoyed it for what you did, but at the same time, it sucks that you invest that much time into something to not finish it. Okay. No, not my block. That was not two-handed, so okay. Half of Origins before your PS3 broke? You like BioWare games, though? I see the whole like a Mass Effect. See, I didn't realize that. Dragon Age Inquisition came out that long ago. So I remember seeing it on the Xbox One, but I guess it came out when Xbox One and PS4 were already out, so it was made for both platforms. Played the whole game on Nightmare difficulty. Did you just think the game was really hard, or what? Like, or was it not that bad, and then you realized later that you had played it on the hardest difficulty? Oh, multiple character actions. Yeah, that gets like hard to balance and stuff. Susie got the run. Nice. Nice. How are you doing, Ghost? Tell her GG's. Tell her GG's. That's awesome. She's been working on that for a long, long time, so I'm really happy for her. What was Susie going for? She got the 80% no hit. Justin. Plastic Gloves, what's going on? I am level 446. And thank you for the bit, by the way. Remember you? Yeah, I think I've seen you. I think I've seen you around. What do I do with all the boss souls? Mostly collect them. But I use, like, if I'm close to another level, I'll just spend them. I've already created all the boss weapons. I already have all the boss weapons and, like, spells and stuff. So, for the most part, it's just collecting, and then occasionally I'll do a massive dump and
grenade, but with it thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits
level up.
in thy mercy.
Gloves, thank you for the follow. Souls of a Demon do I have? Not many, because I probably don't have any. Because I killed the demons enough times to get their... It's old Demon King. I think I killed the demons enough times to get their weapons, and that's it. Their weapons in their rings. So I got Havel's ring, and I got, like, demon fists and all that stuff, but that was all I wanted out of it. Stability on this trash shield. Actually, does it say the stability? 50? But I don't know, I guess that's on the shield part. Does it? No, it doesn't say any differently if you have it one-handed. 3 NGs to get them all. Nameless is special. Has 3 things to transpose. Yeah, so like, I made sure that I got all the transpositions done. You also need 3 NGs if you want to get, no, you need 4 NGs technically if you want to have all of the prince's swords, because you need two to craft into the combined sword, and then you need 2 more to get the individuals and keep them, rather. So you need 2 to get the main one and have it counted as all 3, I guess, but you need 4 to like keep both. Or all 3, I guess, technically. Jesus, this game is so hard sometimes. I died just in the area transition fights. Well, GG on completing that without knowing. It's pretty sweet. I like it with Dark Souls how it doesn't have a difficulty, because that's my biggest thing when I play certain games. Is like RPGs is like, what difficulty should I play it on? And I just end up going with like normal, because I know that they intentionally make, you know, the other ones like stupid to complete, especially without prior experience. Rosaria, since you have to do the dude's quest. Yeah, so I didn't know about that until we did Rosaria's, and then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, at the end of Rosaria's quest line, you can transpose her soul. And I'm like, oh shit, didn't know that. So thank you. What level am I IRL? 22. I'm almost level 23. Almost have enough experience. Just a little bit more time left. Normal is comfy, while hard is like one hit to die. Yeah. I remember watching Faraz when he played Nier for the first time. And I think it was on... Like, he did the tutorial on, like, the hardest difficulty. And, like, the way the checkpoint system works is he had to, like, keep redoing the whole thing that I think he dropped the difficulty on it. It was too difficult. 23 is soft cap. I think 25 is soft cap, because you stop getting tax, or you stop getting car insurance discounts at 25. I know, I can... Wasn't even thinking about that. I can Great Soul Arrow in second phase while they're at a distance. Might be good. I wasn't expecting that follow-up. The whole reason I went in for that attack. Sort of different for a lot of people. Some struggle with one boss, another vice versa. Yeah, and I think that's a really cool thing. I don't have stamina. Oh, should have paid attention to what the other guy did. I am rolling. Okay, that's apparently a follow-up in second phase. Thank you. Thank you very kindly for that. I hate that, because like I feel like your inputs get, like if you get hit in the midst of something, it goes off after you hit it, and like after you get hit, it's just a whole back ass thing. Oh, that was so bad. Bailey, what's going on, man? Thank you for the host. Play Witcher 2 on Insane. Die once, game over. Oh, no thank you. No thank you. I don't want to do blind permadeath runs. That doesn't sound enjoyable. All in strength? Nah, it's in endurance. Just kidding. It's in speed. Story-driven games on normal. I tend to do that as well. Skylord, thank you for the host. I feel like I just said that, but my mind is all over the place right now. So I know I said thank you for Bailey's host, but then I saw yours and I can't remember if I said anything. I'm just... Gosh, streamer, get your life together. Go. Pontiff hitting you up with mix-up... Dude, Pontiff is probably my worst boss fight. Even after all this time. If I'm not parrying Pontiff, I'm terrible. Yo, what's going on, Play? How is life treating you, good sir? Hopefully well. Wow, look at that amazing damage. Hello! I love when you guys aren't on the same page. You just hopped off the wall, so that's like definitely not cool. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say that free aim though. Nice. Who did that even hit? Mango? Not cool. Supposed to mimic each other. Stop curving in between the two of you. Honestly, I would rather just hit the Phantom. I'm dead. Because that was BS. Unstoppable, what's going on? Alec, how are you doing? NG plus 28, so it's new game cycle 28, which means I've linked the flame, or technically have beaten Soul of Cinder 20, I guess it would be 29 times on this character. Or it'll be It'll be 29 after this. Oh, excellent. I love when I can't actually see the other one. Okay, there's pounding upstairs in the house. Just got off of work, long day of therapy, relaxing now. Hope I'm well too. I am doing well, thank you for asking. I want my souls back. Watch near speedruns if you ever get a chance. They're Craigasm. I was actually watching Fudge earlier today. He was doing some near speedruns. You only tolerate me and Squillo? Well, I appreciate that, Fang. You run through your first playthrough right now? Where are you at? Alec is as well. You're fighting Lothric right now. How are you guys enjoying your first playthrough? Can't watch Fudge since he streams when you're asleep. Oh, do you sleep during the day then? Yeah, because he was on... I caught a little bit of his stream while I was at work today. This morning. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go dip behind cover real quick. Because I need to put on my luck increasing gear. I want you, and I want you. Alright. Ow. Excellent. I just want dregs. Just give me some dregs. Susie got the run. Yeah, I was told a few minutes ago. But thank you. Thank you for telling me anyway. 8 hours to get through the high wall Lothric part. Get on, die one time, get triggered, then get off. Took you a while to get into it, but now you love it. Yeah, I mean, the first playthrough is gonna be the toughest, unless obviously you do some sort of insane challenge run. But the first playthrough, you got to worry about, you know, learning your way around and figuring out what builds you want to do and how to properly allocate and get through areas and stuff. So certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Taking a long time to get through. Enjoy it, explore. Have a good time with it. Just making sure. Yeah, I'd rather be told twice than not be told at all. So I'm glad that the people that have been working on it for a long time have been knocking it out. I'm interested to see what she decides to go with next, because I know that she's been working on that for a long time and she's probably done with DS3 for a good while. Only give me dregs while doing a Deacon cosplay. Damn. Feels robbed, man, because they dropped me a couple already. But it's fine. Dregs will probably be the one that take the longest to get. I've just been on a pretty dry streak with them. And I was getting 1 or 2 every NG, but now just not seeing any luck. Good friend has roughly 500 hours in DS3. He's sort of your coach. Well, hopefully he's not spoiling anything for you. Hopefully he's just giving you some pointers here and there. But I definitely wouldn't want anything spoiled, because that takes a bit of the fun out of it. Bloodborne 80% is next for? Okay. Diving into the next thing. Gloves, thank you for the bit. Feel so pathetic in comparison? Well, to be fair play, like, you also... To be fair play, you can try and do it, man. Right? I mean, I know she was working on that run for months, if not over a year at this point. You just gotta put your mind to it and put in the time. That's really what it comes down to. It's lots of practice, lots of hours, and just working on improving yourself. Yeah, anyone can do no hits in speedrunning. Could try and fail? Well, at first. Everybody fails at first. Nobody just comes out right away and no hits the game, right? Even the people that are the best at it at the start don't no hit it first try. They might get close, but they had tons of hours, you know, otherwise. You come to this place, it's called Anorlando or something? Yeah, so DS3, I mean, is an extension of DS1, right? Or in some aspects of it. There's a continuation of the lore. So you come back to this place, Aldrich has devoured the gods. Aldrich has devoured Gwendolyn in DS1 and possibly who else is, I think he has Nito as a part of it. They're in, you know, ONS's boss room. It's a homage, an homage, I don't know how to properly pronounce that, but back to DS1. You know, there are a few things in DS3, not just Anorlando, that point back to things that have happened in DS1. Don't have the time to invest, really? You're a busy boy. No, and I get that. It's not for everybody. I don't have a lot of time either. He didn't... Okay, I wasn't sure about Smo. I think Ornstein was not, but Smo was. Might try and snap freeze here. It's not a lot of damage. It also doesn't proc immediately, which kind of sucks. But Smo's not a god. Yeah, that's why I was hesitant on that. I guess Nito counts as a god because he's Lord of the Dead. Didn't he, Priscilla? Just saw a vision of the life on site. Yeah. But you also have to, like, note that, you know, Yorshka is also a crossbreed who resides in this area. So, you know, take that for what it's worth as well. Oh, God. Rolling into the fire. One of Smo's and others is Ornstein's? I did not realize that they were different sizes, no. I mean, it makes sense. I just hadn't paid enough attention to it because they're not too different in size. Actually, I'm going to take a look at that. I shouldn't have swung again. Oh, wow. Everything in Anorlando is built for two different sizes. The steps out front and the gates. I guess I just never pieced that kind of stuff together. Okay, so we have this one, and then the one on the left side. Oh shit, yeah. Now, is it the same way in DS1? So that's Ornstein's and that's Smo's, and both would lead up to where Guinevere's illusion is at. Huh. The more you know. Alec, thank you for the follow. Get back to work on your exams. Be sure to tune in some other time. All right, take care. Best of luck with your exams. I will catch you around. Marak, what's going on? Welcome on in. How are you doing? Vanda, welcome back. What's going on, man? Learned it while watching a Haiti? Well, okay, well, so what was the Hattie doing that he was... Did he just mention it while playing DS1? Because he doesn't play DS3, or at least I haven't seen him play DS3. Marak, thank you for that follow. Also, let me know if there's a proper way to pronounce your name. Kill Smo on the opposite side on DS1, and you notice. How have I never pieced that together? Because I've killed Smo on both sides doing DS1 speedruns. So I've gone up both ways. I just never pieced that together, which is like bad on my part. And somehow in like 2 years of being around Dark Souls, I've never heard anybody mention that before. So that's cool. It's a Brazilian fruit. It's hard to pronounce. All right, well, I shall call you Marak, unless otherwise told. So hopefully that is okay.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it
Thou mayst blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. Grunt Slayer, thank you for the follow as well. Gotta go. It's your friend's birthday and you're being forced to join the real world. Not forced, but you understand. No worries. No worries. Have fun. Thank you for hanging out. I will catch you later. Love that quote. I do too. I do too. Ah, man. I gotta... Hopefully this weekend when I have some time, I can do some Skyrim modding so we can get back to that at some point. And I can also get some more quotes for the follows. Some more quotes and maybe a few more GIFs. What? How that even... Okay, I don't even care. Whatever. I don't know how that hit me. A Bari emote? What? Was that a pun on Barry? Modded Skyrim Special Edition? It's much more stable, less mods, but enough to play with. Yeah, I mean, I'm sticking to the build that I found that's known as compatible, and I think it's just a lot of visual upgrades, maybe some other UI upgrades and, quality of life things, but it won't be any of the crazy stuff, but I know it'll work, so. Who started the Solaire Karthus Sandworm theory? I have no idea. I just remember people saying that. I'm like, okay. Set ring spells, all this stuff? Yeah, no worries. So it's the Valor Heart, obviously. Sorcerer's Staff. I just have the Shield of One on for extra souls when I kill bosses. But it's a Dark Mask with the Chain Armor, Leather Gauntlets, and Loincloth. And then I run the Ring of Favor +3, Ring of Steel Protection +3 for extra defense and health and such. Lloyd Sword for damage and Sun Princess for some passive healing. Pick up the spell Solar uses? Yeah, but I don't think that has... I don't really think that matters. Yeah, no, because Lightning Spear is found up by Stray Demon. That's Lightning Stake, which Lightning Stake is the one that you throw into the ground and he doesn't use. So I have no idea where the actual origin of that is from. Doesn't need to make sense because it's so absurd, yeah. People just have an obsession with Solaire, and so any way that they can link it back to him. I mean, they already gave his set, his armor, like his armor, his weapon, his shield. They gave all of that in the game, so I don't know why they're looking for an embodiment of him. But it's very convoluted, yeah. Worm was driven down there by the Karthus people by placing lightning bug pellets around. Yeah, see, Vadi's got the answers. I could try and go for the head, but it's like not easy. Just gonna go for the normal swings. I say easy, but I don't know actually how easy it's gonna be to swing and hit the head. Maybe you're running? Nope, not a running R1. That is wrong. Charged R2 gonna work? Or just not a charged R2, but a regular R2? Could try and Great Soul Arrow when he puts his head down, but at the same time, I don't have extra FP for this, so it's not even that much more damage. Just stick with the melee. It's fine. Just go for the hand. It's like the Midir fight, but harder. To be quite honest, it's actually not that bad because of this. You're actually able to stagger Yorm and riposte him for a large amount of damage. If you hit his head or his weapon hand, you'll build up the stagger potential on him, and it'll actually go fairly quickly. It's just tedious. I mean, it's really just rinse and repeat. Fell out of Sith's butt, but he had worms, which is why I had to Sith's butt. I was trying to figure out how Star Wars and Sith Lords and stuff got roped into the Dark Souls universe. Kind of got my hopes up a little bit. I was hoping for some deep lore. Need to see a video of someone who thinks Midir is hard while fighting Midir. I know, you always hear the people talk about it, but you never see people fighting it and complain about the difficulty. Has 100 crit? Most likely. I don't know why I swung there. Moonlight Greatsword isn't an early lightsaber. it's a really fat lightsaber. But lightsabers don't shoot magic. That's the thing. Lightsabers don't shoot magic like the Moonlight Greatsword does. Freeze Yorm? Like as in use frost on him? I think he's resist to all forms of buildup. Poison, toxic, bleed, frost. I think he's immune to it all. Try and kill him after that, it's easy. I would agree with that. You know, it's gonna fluctuate the, you know, or it's gonna differ for people how long it takes to understand them. But I think Yorm is one of the, or not Yorm, Midir is one of the easier fights in general because it's fairly, not scripted, but it's, once you know the moveset, it's pretty repetitive to just get through. Yeah, it's 100 crit. It's very much a rinse and repeat boss. There's not a lot of mix-ups on, you know, there's not a lot of combinations of moves that can be chained together. Each combo is predefined. Yo, I like the Aquamarine Dagger. That was fun. I mean, we did that for a permadeath, Viewer Chosen Weapon permadeath run, but Aquamarine Dagger was fun. Ewok lightsaber. Oh no. Rip the perfect run. Keeny Weenie, thank you for the follow. What boss is the hardest? Soul Cinder is up there. For learning, I'm well practiced with Cinder, so he's not that hard for me. But honestly, I think Pontiff and Gale are the two of the hardest bosses for me. Gale not so much anymore. I'm not too bad with Gale. He can tear you apart pretty quickly though. But I'm pretty bad at Pontiff overall. I'm also pretty bad at Demon King's not hard, but I'm not good at Demon King. Demon Prince is tough too. Like Demon Prince and Gale are probably two of the toughest fights in the game. Was the hardest for Soul Level 1? Do you think so? I don't know. I think it comes down to practice. That's the thing. That's the cool thing about Dark Souls. What's hard for one person might not be hard for another, right? Like, I'm very well versed with any percent, so most any percent things don't bother me in any regard. Pontiff without parries, I still struggle a little bit with. Ancient Wyvern is the hardest boss. Nah, but Wyvern is not fun. Wyvern is not fun if you have to fight him without the plunge. The big thing about DSA that is different from a lot of other boss fights is that there's a lot of sound cues. Or at least that's how I do it. With second phase and the meatball attacks, I get by based off of sound cues and knowing which one is associated with which type of attack. If you don't get that down, you have to have some way of like visually seeing it and reacting, and that's tough. Chain Snake is the real boss? Yeah. I mean, if you're going through the normal way, it is. But if you're fighting them with no plunge attack, you know, whether it be cheese or the normal way. Joke free on SL1? I mean, Aldrich is all about, and on SL1, it's really all about just like not getting arrows. I mean, it's possible to do with getting arrows, but no arrows is, Aldrich is pretty simple. Hopefully we get to finish Norm on a riposte. Nice swings. Once you know him, I mean, that's most bosses. There's some exceptions. Some are still really challenging even when you do know them. But it's the biggest challenge in general. It's just getting to learn the bosses. So if you know him going in, SL1 will be easy. If you don't, doing like a naked SL1 run will really teach you it, and you'll have a much easier time from there on out. Max level character? I do not, but we are working on getting this character to max level. Phase 2, you just teleport arrows, you can't reach them. You have to, yeah, you have to get yourself centered. If you have yourself pretty much centered in the room, you'll be able to sprint across. Now, sometimes he'll do arrows anyway, but oftentimes you'll get him into some sort of melee attack, and then if you know the melee attacks, you're pretty well off. Ivory straight sword? Wait, what? Is there an ivory straight sword? Frida's your worst? Frida's tough. Frida, you're right. Yeah, Frida's also a tough one. She becomes a little bit easier though if you bait backstabs. So there's like a few attacks that I look for, and just baiting the backstabs is the way I go about it. But yeah, Frida can definitely cause some issues. From Dark Souls 2, okay, I was like, I don't recognize that from this game, but it's probably from the Ivory King, right? Go to the center, stand on a pillar and look in the opposite corner, always spawn there. Yeah, so he always spawns in the opposite corner of where you are. See, I don't... DSA is weak to Frost, but is it worth it? I guess I'll have to see what 3 swings damage-wise is versus the freeze. Best lightsaber, terrible weapon. Feels bad, man. Fighting to music you're listening to? What do you mean by that? Like synchronizing attacks with notes? Because if that's the case, no, I do not find myself doing that. Just realized that Hollow has a very similar combination to Valorheart. Yo, nice roll. That was close. Backstab her a lot and get it done. Well, for me, like, Frida's not too bad now, but my first kill of Frida was soul level 1. It wasn't blind, I had seen it, but it was soul level 1 nonetheless, so it still posed that challenge. So my first kill of Frida was like a 9-minute fight, because I I was really bad at getting second phase to be decently paced. Like, my second phase was always very, very slow. But, you know, slowly but steadily we learned that fight and got it down. Then after that, like, after doing SL1 for first playthroughs of the DLCs, like, those bosses were basically nothing to me. How do you even do a soul level 1? So you start with the Deprived class, and you don't level up. You can upgrade your weapons, use rings, you know, you can wear armor if you'd like as well. The only requirement is you don't level your character. So basically what it relies on is raw weapons and rings to draw your damage out, and buffs. But your health is really low and your stamina is low too, so it forces you to properly time dodges, not just spam, and you know, not get hit that often, because you'll die in 1 or 2 hits depending on the boss. So I don't know. I've thought about doing like a soul level 1 deathless run at some point, but probably get one hit a lot. Yes. I mean, it depends on the boss fight, but there is a lot of one-shotting that can happen. List of SL1 weapons, yes, and I believe it also contains like what rings are required. Teaches you how to play, absolutely. I think SL1 is a great great first challenge run for people. I would honestly recommend SL1 and then Deathless. $462. Because your Deathless playthrough will be a lot easier coming out of SL1. Just because you'll have to have played that much more perfectly first. Like, sure, you can go, you know, Deathless into SL1, but I think you'll you know, feel better about your knowledge if you do SL1 first. Meatball? Oh, okay, this time. I was trying to time the dodge for that and the meatball, and now I'm gonna get smashed for it. It's not bad. Nice L1. Tried to L1 him there, my character just didn't do anything. Don't use Karthus Blood Ring, learn to dodge. Yeah, plus, I mean, at that point, too, like, for a first SL1, I would say that Karthus Blood Ring is going to do you more harm than good, because you're going to be that much more likely to get one shot, and you're going to be getting away with things sometimes because of the extra frames, and then it basically becomes less consistent. Because you'll get hit sometimes, and you'll just be like, well, why the heck did I get hit there when I dodged it like that last time? Learn the timings at the minimum amount of frames and go from there, you know. Later on, use it as a cushion, but learn with less frames. Or at least minimal armor. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, if you want to get the biggest benefit out of it, you do it. You do it without, you know, any of those things that would make it easier. Which honestly, like I don't know. I have a hard time. Like, not that I don't respect soul level 1 runs in general, but if I'm gonna look at 2 soul level 1 runs and see somebody do it, you know, get through a soul level 1 run for the first time and they did like loincloth or less, you know, for armor, you know, versus somebody who like put on they're mid-rolling and put on a bunch of armor and stuff, like, I'm gonna look at the one with less armor as better because there's that much less that they can tank, and they really had to have near perfect fights over and over again to get through. Ring City loincloth better than the Deprived starting one? They're both loincloths, so by definition I would think that they're both the same stat-wise, just different in looks, but I can check and see if they actually have any statistical difference. I have no idea. I haven't checked before. Alright, so we actually have the loincloth on now. So that versus this. So they actually do have difference. So the Ring City one is mostly better, has less resistance, but is more durable and weighs almost twice as much. Huh. I'm actually surprised by that. I wasn't expecting it to be different. But I guess it makes sense because otherwise it's kind of pointless. Because I'd be willing to bet that even though other things are named differently, there's no 2 things that have the exact same stat lines. So there's no straight up, well, there might be straight up power creeps. But I don't know, it is interesting. They'd both be called the loincloth, but have different stats to them. Alright, so princes should be not a big deal. I also have to go back and do, I forgot about Wyvern and Nameless, so I'll hit those up after we do princes. Don't know if you'd even be ready for an SL1. Well, let's put it, well, you can put it in this perspective. It's, sometimes you just gotta do it, right? Sometimes you just gotta do it and put yourself up to the task. My second, okay, so I started with Dark Souls 1, and my second ever playthrough of that game was Soul Level 1. So my second ever playthrough of a Souls game was a Soul Level 1 playthrough. Was I ready per se? No. But I think it was a good learning experience. I did the DLC blind, Soul Level 1, and a few of the optional bosses. I think it's a good way to go. You just have to have the mindset of like, you're going to struggle at times. You're gonna fail, but you're gonna come out of it that much more knowledgeable. Also, SL1 helped a ton. Oh yeah, for sure. But had you seen it before? Because there's definitely still a difference between blind SL1 and an SL1, but having seen it, and I saw that difference from DLC 1 to DLC 2, because I saw Frida and Gravetender prior to doing it my first time, but I did it SL1, but DLC 2 was 100% blind. Use the Ring City for SL1 DLC 2, right? No, I think I stuck with the regular loincloth all the way through, because I don't remember if I found it when I did my blind playthrough, or if I did, I don't think so. I mean, you can check the VODs on the boss fights, but I think I'm wearing the regular deprived loincloth. Fairly certain, at least. Fairly certain. Yeah, no, so magic is no good against princes. It's not gonna do anything against Wyvern. Okay, good, we've got that. Armored is pretty much nothing without a full set. Yeah. I mean, it does a little bit. It does a little bit, but no, absolutely the full set is where you're gonna get the most benefit, because there's a bonus for having the full set. Oh boy, how's it going, Lua? Thank you for the host and the raid. How was your stream? Light, welcome back. Spent brain cells, how are you doing? What is going on, guys? How was the stream? Did you end up doing blood level 4 or DS3? I saw you were in the IRL land trying to figure things out before I started. The Bwani army. Oh boys, the Bwanies. Lua, thank you very much for the raid. Always appreciate it. Welcome on in, everybody, from Lua's stream. We are doing a little bit of a cosplay run here. We're the champion's Gravetender, which is actually a creepy looking boss, and I never realized it until I decided to do this cosplay run. I'm a little bit on the beefier side, so it's, you know, it's a thick cosplay, but it's fine. Alti, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh, you decided to go with the Bloodborne? Nice, nice. How did the Blood level 4 treat you? How did the Blood level 4 treat you? Your control V is tired right now. Mephistopheles, welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well, though. You don't even use Control V? What do you use then? You right click. Two different copies and use the up arrow? Well, I mean, I used to do that, but FFZ doesn't have that anymore. At least it hasn't been working for me. Is that a feature you can turn on? Or is that always a BTTV thing? Aha! Through the pillar. Nice, nice job, Mr. Lorian. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, Lua, did you get a new emote? Or is that a higher tier emote? What emote is this that Mephistopheles is using? A reworked Lua Awe, okay. Well, it looks very nice. I still find it so impressive that you do all your own emotes. Like it better than the old one? I'd have to see them side by side. I'd have to see them side by side to make a proper judgment call on it. Is the old one still on Discord? So I could probably take a look at it there, I guess. Look at this amazing damage. Oh, shit. I guess I could try and do like, yeah, I could always try and do fancy speedrun things and stay behind and not be locked on for as much as possible. Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay, well, that's fine. You reinstalled BTTV for that and more info. You have all three now. So what, you have Frankerface, Z, FFZ, AP, and BTTV all installed? I don't know. FFZ is getting their stuff back up and running, so I'm sure that stuff will come over time. But you know, it's basically a one man job at this point. I see what's going on. Thank you for the GGs, guys. Going through a full NG every stream now? Yeah, we've been getting through a full NG every stream for a good while now. I think it was only really early on that we couldn't fit a full new game cycle in. The hope is at some point these become fast enough that I can maybe squeeze 2, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe with certain builds and at like max level, but teleport on top of you is what kills you the most, along with the huge wind-up swing, the huge wall of light. Yeah, I mean, it's the mix-up between those two drop attacks that he does that gets a lot of people. It's been a while, no worries. No worries. Yeah, I think it's only been... I think for most of the new game cycles, we've been getting through one per stream. We've actually been getting pretty quick with them. Like, I've been starting at 7:30, and even with dying and talking and stuff, we've been getting through them by like midnight or so. Lord Shampoo, what's going on? Have crypto tips yet? I'm gonna set it up after stream, Wolfie. I have the page open. How do you get a Bloodborne playing girlfriend? That's a good question. I mean, you could try co-oping online. No, that's not gonna work. I wouldn't recommend going to Twitch directories doing that. That'd be bad. Maybe Reddit. Get an internet girlfriend. I don't know. I'm not gonna be good with that kind of advice. Alright, Light. Take care. Thank you for stopping by with the raid. I will catch you later. Wide Pants, welcome back. An orange V-neck? I guess it looks orange in this lighting. It's more of a salmon kind of color. Daniel, what's going on? Post a job request on Indeed. There you go. Is being a girlfriend a job? Being a girlfriend is a job? I guess it depends on the guy that you're with. I don't know, I guess I should ask my girlfriend to see if she says it's a job. She probably would. She probably would say it is. Just to spite me. Being your girlfriend is a job. Alright, well there's the real answer. You're a dude and you like Bloodborne, so you're half qualified? I'm a dude and I kind of like Bloodborne, so I'm like quarter qualified. Are you a girl? As long as you're only in, you know, text conversation, you can be anything you want. It gets hard once you have to like video or voice call somebody. Gotta welcome back. How are you doing? Outfit coordination, being outdressed by you, it takes a toll. Just looking that fly. You love games, but you wouldn't want a girlfriend with the same gaming habits as you? Yeah, my girlfriend likes, I mean, she likes some games, but yeah, she definitely doesn't game like me. But yeah, it'd be kind of weird, because then, yeah, it's nice to have, you know, similar things to talk about and stuff, but if you're both together, then it's hard to, how do you both manage playing single-player games? It's rough. What are you doing, Wolfie? What links are you posting, boy? Be taking on Dragon Form and using Moonlight Greatsword? I guess so. I do want to do do want to do a dragon form only run at some point. But I'm not sure if it gets any scaling from anything. 2 consoles? I guess, but I don't know.
O Lord, bless this thy hand grenade, that with it thou mayst blow thine enemies
That's
to tiny
expensive.
bits in thy mercy.
Lord Shampoo, thank you for the follow. Just found out your roommates have been hooking up. Nice. Are they... I don't know why this is the first thing that I thought of, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. Are they the same sex or different sexes? Not important, but I'd like to know. Like you because you're different than people she's dated before, boys or girls. Let's be honest. Opposite sexes? Okay. I was curious, and clearly so are they. What kind of hitbox is that?
You seek the Holy Grail.
Icy, thank you for the follow as well. Freaking short swords, man. Extreme Yoshi, what's going on? Actually, I have no idea if I'm supposed to pronounce that first X. But hello anyway. Quiet you can get when you don't want your roommates to know. Plus, doesn't that make it... Isn't that supposed to make it, like, all that more arousing because it's a secret? Right? Once everybody knows, it's like, whatever. But if you're keeping it hush-hush, then it's like... The suspicion 2 of your housemates are dating? Would you happen to be one of those housemates? The Last Crusade with your friend today? Kept quoting Monty Python during the whole movie. Excellent. They might try and date, though. How do you think that's gonna go? How do you think that's gonna go? Because I mean, at least they know what living together is like. But at the same time, there's a big difference between, you know, living with somebody and living with somebody that you're in a relationship with, and then if things don't work out. Thank you for eating my input. I'm dead. Not dead, but that hurt. What was I saying? But then if you break up, then things become awkward because you live together. You've got Dark Souls 3? Nice. How much have you played it? I don't know why I attacked there. But I guess this weapon is fast enough I can do it. Tell you about it? You and your housemate dated for 10 years. Dated for 10 years? Is there... I'm just out of curiosity here. Were there commitment issues? You freaking input reader. Gosh darn it, man. Stop input reading, you shit. I rolled that early and got really lucky. Beat the game with a greatsword, it was hard. Well, it depends on your, like, comfortability with different styles of weapons. Some people like the weapons that are faster and you can swing a lot. Other people like the ones that, you know, like the big weapons that hit hard and you gotta find openings. I personally am a big fan of great swords and the like. This cosplay just happens to call for a small weapon though. I love heavy hitting weapons. They're so much fun. Go to sleep and turn on your fan so you don't hear them giggling. You should go say hi, see what's up. Ugh. But have a good sleep, Gata. Thank you for stopping by. I will catch you later. Trust issues eventually. She was right. You do love someone else now. Well, I'm glad that. I mean, I'm glad things, you know, went down. Seemingly not, you know, not poorly, and that you've found someone and moved on. So I'm glad things, at least from my perspective, look like they turned out all right. Besides you and Sarah, you do think two of your housemates are dating? Both girls, since I need to know that. Thank you for the info. I'll keep that mental image stored away. Alright, so that's taken care of, and DLC 2. Upgrade to a greatsword plus 10, that's the way to go. Max out them weapons. Gotta make them big and strong. You were going to profess your love to a girl tonight, but since coming to my stream, you've lost your... I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had that effect on you. It's most unfortunate. Maybe you'll get it back and you'll profess your love. Maybe tomorrow, even. Or after this, I don't know. I don't know your life. Okay. I just got bounced off the roof, which I guess is better than dying. So I'll take that. +1 me. You're distracted and she's on vacation. So do you want to not do it in person then? So I feel like those kind of moments are more meaningful in person with actual words rather than like text. Left your job, you no longer see. Oh, is she a coworker? Still living with your ex means the person you want to be with doesn't trust you either. Oh, well, shit. So was this revelation of breaking up like not too long ago? That you're still in a living situation with your ex? Because that just put a whole big fork in everything. 24, but don't tell me. Shit. You're older than me. I mean, what? I don't know anything. La-di-da, I'm just here. Minding my own business, not reading chat. Because I'm a good streamer. Good streamers don't read chat. They're too good to interact with it. Their gameplay and commentary is top notch. Don't need to talk to chat to have a good stream. Text you were done? It hurts. Well, it's like, really? You don't have the balls to say it to my face? It's like, if you really cared about... I guess they didn't care about the relationship that much at all if they're gonna do it over text. It's okay, I had two... Instead of just telling me that they wanted to break up, I had two people cheat on me. One of which did so while I went on vacation and just stopped texting me. I'm like, you could... Honestly, I would have preferred you to just text me and be like, yeah, we're done. I'm like, okay, cool. You don't have to go and sleep with somebody to get a point across. We're in high school. 2 months ago, and your situation's way more complicated than you can describe in chat. Yeah, I'm gathering that now. I'm gathering that. So hopefully, I mean, I wish you the best. I hope it all works out. Yeah, I mean, they were, I mean, not like super long relationships, but it's back in high school. It's whatever now. It was freaking years ago. But it's stupid how people act. Like, it's just like, just say something. I'm like, if you don't like me anymore, you can just tell me. Don't have to go and like let your actions speak for it, God. Alright, do these guys, are they weak to freeze at all? That was a bad idea. I don't know why I described it that way, but I said. lovely hitboxes you have. Alright, first mistake was going for freeze. Second, what? Excuse me? You shit? You broke yours back, it was rough? I mean, sometimes it just takes some time and some life circumstances to you know, bring people back together. You know, and other times, you know, when things end, it's for the best, but each situation is unique and you kind of have to play it as such, right? Fatter than he looks, everything, it's a... Yep, that's definitely why. Ah! Stomp, 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 stomp. Early finish. Oh, I rolled early. No input read, nice. Feels lucky, man. Why do my rolls get eaten so often? Streamer, you're just bad at the game. Your inputs aren't being eaten. This game is flawless. Trying to make this skip consistent for 5 hours? Your thumbs hurt from jumping? Yeah, I can imagine, man. 5 hours of anything, like anything repetitious is gonna be rough. Ow, that's garbage. Jump, fail, quit, load, save, repeat. That right there, that's what bothers me, is hitting roll, getting hit, and then your character rolls after. Like, am I just that good at timing for stored rolls? Because it's uncanny. Got the Discord call and then the screen froze up. Sound like a dial-up internet. It's probably better than I sound most times. Dude, it's been so long since I've heard a dial-up tone. But we had dial-up for a little bit when I was growing up. Probably until I was about 6 or 7. Oh, I missed! And my character didn't swing, because why would it? Take a pinky, but not a whole dick, that yeah, that's a little out of context. Just a little bit. The best quotes are out of context. Dancer, Dragon Slayer armor, they're definitely two of my favorite bosses from the main game. My two favorite bosses, though, are Midir and Gale from the second DLC. And I would say that Frida and Demon Prince are also up there for top bosses. What's a dial-up tone? So way back in the olden days, before faster DSL and fiber, there was this thing called dial-up, in which you actually could only have one line. Basically, your entire house could only be used for a phone call or internet. So your internet would go on hold in order for the phone to be used. And so a dial-up tone... What? kidding me? That gave you a stagger? You shit. But basically there was a tone that it would make when you had dial-up. Yeah, I'm sure you could Google it and find sound bites of it. Only was it? Yeah, dial-up was terrible. So DSL was the first step up from dial-up. So like the old school DSL, where you had converters that were put onto all of the phone jacks in the house to allow it to use the internet end. The internet and phone at the same time. Downloading mods and mass and stuff. Hope this is worth the 2-hour wait. Yeah, and it was super slow. I don't know what the actual speeds were on it, but let's just say 1.5 megabit DSL was faster. Slow as dirt. Oh, nice. I should not have gone for that. Or that. From a distant past? Yeah, I mean that's old stuff. That's like 90s. Early 2000s at the latest. I think we got DSL in like 2001 maybe. So I was probably like 6. But I remember the day that we got DSL, how much faster it felt. And it's crazy now because it's so slow in comparison to what we have now. It's just crazy the way technology has changed. Oh, it's over here. Shit stopped in a BDO. Oh man, Senor just coming out. Firing shots. 6 out of 7 people in your house, and half and half are currently dating another housemate. Luckily, one of them's asexual, so you don't have to. And then there's just the one who's not dating anybody. Still playing DS3, all about DS1 now. What's going on, Frosted? Hey man, I could go where all the people are, but I'm not all about that. Not all about that. What do we got? I need 100, no, I need 1.4, no, 140k. Yeah, I'll probably work back now, do the last bit of leveling, and then that way I don't have to work back after a half-light or any of those. It's like graphics in games. Every year something looks even more realistic than last year's most realistic game. Yeah, no, and it's... There's an old saying with technology, and it holds very true. So they say about every 2 years that technology gets 2 times faster and 2 times smaller, as far as like hardware goes. At least that's what holds true for like CPUs. But, I mean, you look at it, technological advancements are, like, they stack on each other, right? So, like, you're always going to be getting more and more, you know, beautiful-looking games. I mean, just look at the difference from DS1 to DS3, right? Just as an example. DS1 to DS3, you're looking at a time difference of, like, what, 4 years? 5 years? 2011 to 2016. Right? That's crazy. 5 years. This is the change that came of it. What's going on, Fudge? How you doing? Cable Black, welcome back. Detroit is so good. Looking for a PS4 game? Imagine on PC. Yeah, Detroit looks pretty good from what I've seen. What else came out on PS4 recently that looked really good? And you also have to think about, like, if you're looking at if you're looking at like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox, you know, One X and stuff, God of War, that's what it is. God of War looked, you know, very good. What about TVs? They keep getting bigger and thinner. Have a TV in our pocket. Pull out, watch Twitch streamers whenever you want. That's called a projector. It's called a projector. But I mean, that's the same concept, right? So the hardware inside for these, you know, these bigger TVs. Imagine how big the backs of those TVs would be if we were still using the old technology. Do I speedrun this? I do not. I do not. But actually, speaking of speedrunners, Fudge Cow in chat actually, and Enduritize both do speedruns of this game. Though Fudge has moved on to Nier for at least the time being. 8K streams. Oh damn. Watched Monty Python the Holy Grail the other day. What did she recommend you to watch? I recommended you to watch a fantastic movie, and I hope that you enjoyed it because it is very, very good. It's probably my favorite movie of all time. Probably. To not dye your hair and just suffer K-pop. Well, would your job position, like, would they care at work? Now for the Life of Brian, yeah, see, I still need to watch the other ones. DS3 cultist, by the way. I'm not a DS3 cultist, but I do enjoy DS3 a fair bit. Name a better pair than K-pop and whiskey. It's Purple's two favorite things in life. I don't know, what I'm looking to do at some point, I think, is speedrun against myself at max new game and max level. But I got a ways to go until we hit max level on this character, and then I'll start timing the runs and trying to be as efficient as possible. I don't know why I did that. I'm not dead, but I will be. Wow. I don't know what I was thinking. Mostly that I wasn't. I just, like, kept running. Prawn and sadness. See, I don't think that that's the kind of thing that I would watch if I was sad. I don't know. I don't see that making me more happy. I mean, to each their own. To each their own, but... all about leading to regret. Just... yeah, you're already sad, so why not do some regretful things? Not use Tears of Denial in high NGs? I am currently not using Tears of Denial. No, I wasn't going to. I'll accept my deaths. I wanna try and play as well as possible, not peach it. Crippling depression and depression smoothies? Yeah, but don't depression smoothies cure the crippling depression, or at least make it a little bit more bearable? No, I mean, I don't know. I could use Tears of Denial if I really wanted to. We'll have to see how it goes. I wasn't planning on it, but if I find that I'm dying quite a lot, then sure, but otherwise, like, I don't die too much on these runs. NG to NG plus 7 speedrun, try and beat Fudge's time. See, I'd have to do glitches and stuff, and I am bad. No, I wouldn't be able to do that faster. Not at all. Stuff your fat face with something. Oh, damn, Wolfie. Dude. Stop cheating? Exactly. I'm not a dirty, rotten cheater. So I'm gonna play it Dev Intended. We're all in this together? What is this, High School Musical? Took a 30-minute pizza? I didn't know that. That's awesome. GG Fudge. That's how you properly do a speedrun. DS2 all bosses, NG to NG plus 7? Yeah, let's do a game that I've never played New Game Plus on. Let's just go to NG plus 7. Fuck it. I played the game twice. We can do it. Efficiently. I do. Yeah, DS3, maybe DS1, even though I haven't done DS1 on higher NGs. Those two I could probably do new game to new game max and not hate myself. So I know where I'm going. Take a few days. Would you do all bosses on each NG? I could do it in one stream, but it would be a freaking 24-hour stream, because I'm not. It took what, Fudge? Over 12 hours IGT to do it with glitches and stuff? He did it all in one stream, didn't even have a donation mode. That man was not a sellout. Or woman. I'm not gonna assume anything. I remember feeling so weird when I started streaming and put a donation button on. I was like, nobody's gonna use this. Oh, there it is. 36 hours? Wait, he did it in one stream. Did he take a break? Like, take a nap with a lot of food breaks, or what? Yeah, I'm not streaming for 36 hours. 24 is good enough. Did 24 twice. What? Why did you do that when I was standing over there? Nadir, excuse me? Explain out. So I was gonna say explain yourself. Pretty beat, but he eventually did it. Well, congrats to him, because that's more than I care to do. Or DS1 cultists will make it invalid. Well, if it's not an official speedrun, then who gives a shit? But if it's an actual speedrun, I understand it. I feel like bathroom breaks are like the one exception. Because it's like, well, what if you have to go to the bathroom? Like, you didn't have to go to the bathroom when you started the run, but you have to, like, halfway through it. Like, I'm not going to throw the run just to go to the bathroom. Two years later, still doesn't have a sub button. Does he not stream anymore, or does he not? Care to get an affiliate? I have to call a time. Hey, we're just gonna put a pause on this. I'm Boffin. What's going on, man? How are you doing? How are you enjoying? Zelda? Tape a funnel to their thighs. The DS1 speedrunners? I don't know about that. Their speedruns aren't that long. Even the all achievements on the original, on the Prepare to Die edition is like a 3-hour speedrun, so it's not that bad. Literally your favorite game, so it is good. It is very, very good. I have to get back to that at some point. Found the perfect song to play for Sarah. Sarah Smiles by Panic at the Disco. There you go. It works so well because her name is a part of it. 35 shrines left. So are you looking up where the shrines are at this point? I didn't do all of them. I forget how many I did on my first playthrough. I just kind of did whatever I found. Don't have a PS4 or a Switch for Zelda? Well, Zelda's not on the PS4. Do it all blind. So okay, so you're hunting down the shrines. Good for you. Good for you. I wish I spent a little bit more time with it, but I was just eager to beat another Zelda game. Getting really hard to fight. Yeah, they're just getting tucked away. Hello, bug. Why are you on my wall? Excuse me. Hey. Hey, fuck you, Mr. God, piece of shit. They're high. Yeah, you gotta search for them a little bit. Oh, you're doing the one that's I know the waterfall one. That one's got like a, I think there's a quest associated with it that's got a riddle. Ken, yeah, freaking not. Gosh, Darn it, man. No, yeah, it's Wii U and Switch. Zelda games are inherently always going to be Nintendo exclusives. Currently doing a club run? Nice. Any particular club or just clubs as a general category of weapon? But yeah, what's going on, Septic? Do Dark Souls Remastered? I am more and more considering. I am more and more considering getting the remastered. I kind of want to do the Crapple Mage speedrun at some point, so I'm not sure when I'll decide to pick it up. I'm thinking when. Honestly, I'm thinking when the directory dies down a little bit more. Okay, okay. Oh right, Frayed Blade just it bleeds. Crapple. It's apparently not that hard of a route, and the world record is at a 116. So it's not that bad. I did not mean to fire that. What's going on, Gilly? How are you doing? So a stream saved you and beat your cheeks into oblivion. I hate this boss even offline, so if there's any consolation, look at this crap. This is offline, and it still sucks. It's mostly the Painted Guardians, but my god. I do this just for the shield part and the weird timings that it gives. The speedrun? Crapple Mage. So basically it's...
Come and see the violence inherent in the system! Help, help, I'm being repressed!
It's mostly a little bit of melee early on into... Hello. Into extreme magic later on in the run. It ends on it ends with Dark Bead, but you use... I think up through... I think the first couple of bosses are melee, and then you get... It's basically Soul Spear into Dark Bead, and you do a ton of damage with the high intelligence. Dude, that does so much of my freaking endurance. Gosh darn it. Oh! You shit. Yeah, playing fire your damn bow at me, you ass. You freaking ass. Oh, ow. Okay, I get it. I'm out. Get out of here. Get out of here. Garbage. Garbage. Gotta go. Alright, Carpets. Take care. Thank you for hanging out. I'll catch you later. I was like playing this game without the Twin Blades. It's been such a long time. Yeah, like Twin Blades are definitely the go-to, especially if you want to just cruise through the game, or if you want to, if you're doing like some sort of challenge run that doesn't have restrictions on weapons. It makes things a lot more obsolete. Much, much easier. But it's definitely been fun doing these different runs because I get to try out different weapons and builds and stuff. So I would highly recommend, you know, next time you play through, switching it up, do a cosplay run, do a different build, just make it unique. Yoshi, thank you for the follow, by the way. Only thing you like about this weapon? Fastest running R1 of all time. Is that the fastest? I mean, it is pretty quick, but I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna level real quick, and then we've got Gale Meteor Cinder. I think I got all the other bosses, right? Yeah, definitely did. Definitely did. Learn Northern Downpour just to fuck with you. It's just because he loves you. Which is good, but not that good. Yeah, it's like, it's just kind of meh. It's decent, but could be a lot better. R2? Well, the running R2 is going to be a jump. Tree balls? Yeah, we did tree balls. We did tree balls. I get that out of the way running through before we go to Halfway Fortress and over to Sage. melee weapon does Crapple use? So I believe it starts as the Thief. Use Bandit Knife on Asylum Demon and Taurus Demon. And then you go to Quelaag after that, and Quelaag you use the Soul Arrow and Stun Lock. It's RTSR, and then you Stun Lock by hitting the chest. Get extra damage and just stun Quelaag for speed. Speed. Blocking while attacking? Yeah. And I don't do PvP, so I really don't know the value of it in practice. But I mean, it could be decent. No move swap. I like the concept. Okay, so I like move swap. Move swap is fun. However, move swap can be frustrating to get the inputs under pressure and stuff. So like that's the trade-off. Yeah, Crapple is it's the name of the speedrun route. So basically they start with the Bandit Knife as a thief into magic. So Heavy Soul Arrow or Great Heavy Soul Arrow into Dark Bead and RTSR with Dust Crown Ring, and you do a crap ton of damage. Loves Duke Skip? Oh, you know me. Nah, Duke Skip's not terrible. Sometimes I would get in my own head and I couldn't do it on certain days. It's either super consistent or not consistent at all. No real in between. Yeah, they found a way to do boss souls, but it's like frame perfect and not consistent. I'm gonna do lower undead Berg skip and no hit. Dude, don't ask me. I'm not a fan of the DS1 rules for no hits. It's so flimsy. I don't think they should do either of them. I don't think they should be able to go and skip and do Capper like that. Go through Undead Parish, get the key. Yo, what's going on, Silverwolf? No, I was just, I was away for the weekend. I was out of town. Went to a wedding. So now we back. Tried to do it on DSR, eventually gave up. What, Duke Skip or lower undead Berg Skip? Allowed to do Toki bombs? No, I think they should be allowed to do Toki bombs. Because Bed of Chaos is a piece of shit. He spent like 15 minutes on it. AK not possible.
Welcome back.
Not consistent, at least. Possible, not consistent. Grayson, thank you for the bits. Welcome back to you as well. I hope you're doing well. Able to use cheat engine on DS1 no hit? Yeah, screw the rules. Just go straight for cheat engine. Created one of your favorite oats? What? I don't know what that word is. Now, honestly, Duke Skip is easier for me than lower undead Berg Skip. At least the speedrun version. The no-hit run version is just weird. But the speedrun lower undead Berg Skip, I'm so inconsistent with it, it's pathetic. Like, it's not super hard, but I fail it way too often. Quotes, okay, I wasn't sure if that's what you meant. I had that as a guess, but I really didn't know. What quote? From the Undead Merchant or from Griggs? Whoa, 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 whoa. EMP Input reading piece of shit. Doo-dah. Look at this crap, man. So dumb. Yo, what's going on, Jax? How are you doing? What? I interrupted you. I don't even. Oh my god. So dumb. Stop input reading. It's not even. It's so obvious. Oh, so now, like that, I don't get it. I don't get it. What's the timing on that? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Every time you come here, you're on this fight. What's going on, Fishtails? Well, I mean, we fight the bosses in the same order, so yeah, timing-wise, if you come in late in the stream, there's a good chance. How you doing? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I should have. I rolled, you shit. I should have rolled that. I have no idea why I didn't. Got flat yesterday, GG. How long did you spend on getting flat? Do reverse boss order next time if possible. I technically could, but I'd have to do it with the mod. And then I wouldn't be running through any of the areas, it would just be the boss rush mod. But yeah, you could technically do reverse boss order that way. Not sure of any other way. I don't think there's a mod for it like DS2. .5 days, probably 67 hours a day, so less than 40 hours. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. What was the worst thing for farming in that run though? Because I know that people have a hard time typically with the farming segments. And did you do the farming online or did you do offline farming for Covenant items? What do I do after I kill Gale? So we have Medivh and Cinder left. Because I just go straight through Half-Light Gale, then I come back for Medivh. And then I do Cinder as the final boss. Either you or not who are destined to miss Aldrich on no hits. Well, I know that not used to, like way back, used to show up always, when I was doing, he would always show up at Aldrich on runs. I think it was when I originally did no hits like a year ago. I think Not would always show up during that fight. Or like as I was going up the Anorlando elevator. What's the next cosplay? I'm not 100% sure yet. I might do a boss cosplay. Maybe like, maybe Vort. Should just be an Outrider Knight with Vort's hammer. But I know that that's one that needs to get done. Maybe one of the princes. Actually, since we have like... Since I have a few princes, I have all the princes ones. Was it? I rolled that, you shit. I think I have 3 princes fights that... Hello? 3 princes cosplays that need to be done. Maybe I'll do one of those. Start working on them. Gale with your 2 summons, die at the very start of the site is your best DS3 achievement. But why were you summoning for actual help on Gale? I mean, GG for beating it when you made it harder on yourself. Midir cosplay? I mean, you technically can't cosplay Midir. I mean, okay, you can do a dragon form run, I suppose. What? What was that? Second playthrough of the DLC? Okay, I'll let it slide. At least it wasn't the first playthrough. I don't know, I'm always disappointed when people use summons to beat something for the first time. Like, I get it, and I know it's a part of the game, you know, but it just makes me sad. With the Crow Talons. Yeah. Crow Talons one would be fun though. Yeah, I might have to start incorporating some non-cosplay runs that are just fashion souls with other weapons.
You must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest. Wave a herring.
Oh, Ricard might be a tough one, because yeah, he's got what, Walnir's crown, like cloth arms and his rapier, and I guess he has loincloth on too, but it's pretty low on the armor front. Elf Kingdom, thank you for the follow, and Cash, welcome back. Welcome me back before I get a chance to welcome you back. Get back. Damn, man. You got me. But welcome back anyway. You win. I was gonna give that one to you. We'll call it a draw. Now, I normally just read somebody's name first, say hello to them, and then read what they had to say. But we'll call it a draw. How about that? Call it even. Say hello to you now. Hi, Enduritize. See, that's only for the first message, though. After that, my mind's like, yeah, I already said hi to that person. Read the message. Welcome back, Senor. What did you eat? Do I keep it? I think I'm hitting the foot there. Remember, it was you who always cinder? Wait, what? I'm confused. I feel like I missed something, or maybe I'm just misreading it. Ha ha ha! I missed. Subway that your dad boss, and then some chimichangas. I don't think I've ever had chimichangas. Ah, don't lock on. This is a terrible boss to lock on to. Except for moments like this. Boop. Little boop on the nose. Little boop on the nose. I didn't realize that it doesn't come up with the prompt if you have that window open. I had no idea. The more you know. The more you know. Thank you for the GGs, guys. Might become a Twitch streamer? Go for it. Go for it. Play something you enjoy. Make good content. Easy. Easy. It's fun, though. It's fun. Talk to yourself IRL, so chances are good. I talk to myself sometimes, too. I wonder if people, like, nearby my desk at work ever hear me, like, mumble things to myself. Somebody probably has. Somebody probably has. Farming online, but you wish you would have done the farming on NG0. Much harder to get summoned. Most from enemy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, honestly, it would probably be easier to farm offline on NG as well. Like, it's probably just easier to do most of the farming, whether online or offline on New Game. Here's farming. Well, you only had to get, like, what, 10 in DS1? So, like, it wasn't even that bad. There's a reprisal. Or, wait. Right? Ears of reprisal? There's not ears in this game, right? Pale Tongue, Proof of Concord. Unless that's the ear. I don't know. Jump off the edge so easily. Yeah, I know. I remember even in the old route for all achievement speedruns in DS1, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but oh god, the quantity storage duping, like, just changed the game so much for the DS1 all achievements run. I don't know if anybody's run it though yet for the remaster. 4 hours to get 26 ears, you're on NG plus 26, or to get 26 ears, you're on NG plus. Yeah, I've done all my stuff on Max New Game, but I'm not purposely farming enemies for it. I think the Swordgrass is the only one that I've gotten as a drop. I think I got 3. I just pick stuff up every MG. I'm doing the long way to get all achievements because that's not my main focus. And Grooves and Dark Wraiths? Yep. Yep. Yeah, I was farming Grooves for weapons, and so I got a few of the Swordgrass. Just as a byproduct of it. Definitely not intentional. To get used to streaming? I don't know. Probably. I went in with it consistently. I went in, you know, doing it consistently. So, like anything, probably took like 3 weeks because it became habitual. Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe a little bit less than that to get used to it. But I mean, I like to always think that I'm improving. You know, and that's always the goal. But I definitely feel like over time I've gotten better at streaming and the kind of content and quality that I have. Not necessarily in my BRB screen, but I think in the commentary and just being able to hold conversation and, you know, keep up with chat and stuff. It's a lot of skill developed over time. You know, if I could be the streamer I am now, back closer to when I started, I think we'd be, you know, if I was the streamer I am now, even a year ago, damn it, you know, I would argue we'd be much closer to partnered, if not already, just because I think it would be that much better. But I mean, that's what it's all about, right? You're developing a community. You're finding yourself as a streamer. You're, you know, always striving to improve, you know, what you do and how you do it. You know, and if you lose sight of that, then, you know, it's hard to help, because, you know, without having that kind of passion for what you do, it's not easy, because it's like having a robot or a zombie, you know, do your stream. There's no soul or character to it. First stream about blind playthrough of Dark Souls 1. First playthrough of Dark Souls 1. I did my first playthrough of DS1, and then I did Soul Level 1 playthrough of DS1. Then I did Blind DS2, then I did my first playthrough of DS3, and then I started doing some DS3 challenge runs. I think I first went for 80% Deathless, and then started doing SL1, and then went for no hits, and started working in some variety after I got through DS3. I started working in some variety. We've done some variety here and there. Haven't done as much lately. You know, we do occasionally with the Guitar Hero and the Binding of Isaac, but we should do another variety playthrough sometime. I'm just, you know, part of working on improving, you know, myself as a streamer and stuff has been sticking with the game and doing, you know, like I'm enjoying Dark Souls 3, and Dark Souls 3 has been good as far as growth is concerned for the channel. So obviously that's a perfect fit for me to keep with it. But yeah, Dark Souls started it all, which is, it's crazy to think about, right? You roll back 2 years ago and you think, oh, you know, where are you gonna be in 2 years with streaming? What are you gonna be playing? To think that I'd be, you know, to think that I would have no-hit Dark Souls 3 or, you know, put this much time into it in those 2 years is kind of crazy. I love it. Dead. Ugh. It's all because I tried to heal. I would have been fine if I didn't try and heal until he went to his next combo. So dumb. Can I not play Need for Speed with the wheel? On my lap, I'd be partnered by now. You think so? You think that's the key to success? The Need for Speed was fun. That was a long time ago, though. What? I think we celebrated like 3,000 follows or something with a 24-hour. I think we were gonna celebrate 1,000, and then the Twitch onboarding stuff happened and all that. Oh, we went with the triple. Okay. Don't see that often. That sucks, because this fight was under wraps and it's not really that hard, but just botched it. How long since I played Half-Life or Portal? Yeah, it's been a while. Like we haven't done a ton of variety recently. I've just been really enjoying these runs, and you know, just looking at the general progression of the channel. I think that this is the way to go. You know, there's definitely a way to find to strike a perfect balance with things. Okay, I can't punish that at all. Dark Souls Remastered is the first game, only with better graphics. Game costs $9.40. Trade in some games. Upgrade to pro membership. $9.40 is not bad. $9.40 is definitely not a bad deal for it. Yeah, if I pick it up, it'll be 20 bucks, but honestly, I don't really mind. For the amount of time I put into DS1 and how much I like the game, I only paid 20 bucks for the first copy on PC. I didn't pay anything for the console copy. I'll pay 20 bucks for it. It'll be $40 spent on Dark Souls over a couple hundred hours. I'm okay with that. God, I wish this weapon bled. Can I? That input was so stored. Holy crap. Oh my god, man. These stored inputs are actually insane. Like, I'm hitting roll, getting hit, and then my character just rolls after. I was getting caught with this crap in Bloodborne, and now it's happening in DS3 too. Streamer, DS3 2 doesn't exist. Yeah, you can dual charm SOC, which isn't a bad idea if you're doing low DPS. But our DPS isn't terrible. I mean, the stun, like if you stagger him, it also... You stagger him, it also will cancel the heal, so it's... Either works. Got $43 for the games you traded in? I haven't ever traded in games. I don't know, I like keeping my stuff. I've kind of always been that way. Which is why I have so many consoles and console games and stuff. I'd rather just like keep them and loan them to friends, or using the future my kids will play them. Be like, here you go, here's a really old game system. Let them play it while they're really little so they appreciate it. My dad has the Nintendo. The original. What's that? It's got a cartridge? Only way for you to get new games? No, I would always save up. It's just how I was with it, at least. I know it was a pretty popular thing, but I would honestly, too, if I was going to get rid of a game, I would sell it to somebody. Lend you your SNES? I actually don't have a Super Nintendo. I have a regular Nintendo. I have an NES and a Sega Genesis. I missed out on the Super Nintendo N64 GameCube phase. I got a GameCube recently, but still need cables for it. Dagum, what's going on, man? Thank you for the host. How was your stream? PS4 so you can play Bloodborne? Oh, what was that camera? I hate healing on this fight. Do you have other other games that you want to play, because I wouldn't get a PS4 just for a singular game. Bloodborne is obviously a definite good choice for wanting to get it, but there are also a lot of other good exclusive games that you can get. That's kind of how I reasoned with getting a PS4, was the other exclusives that I could get and play on it. I do not have a Saturn, no. Punish. Kick. First playthrough of Neo, nice. Nice, how are you enjoying that? Oh, gotta grab some food? No worries. No worries. We're actually on the verge of wrapping this up. You'll steal that instead? No. No. Mom, can I get the new Call of Duty? Better find some games to trade in. Trade in your old Call of Duty for the new Call of Duty. Just trade in all your Call of Duties because they're all garbage. Just kidding. Everything like pre-Black Ops is garbage. Or no, post-Black Ops, my bad. All the pre-ones are fine. Boop. Happy Hob did when he ran in and attacked him. Got hit with all the lightning bolts. Yeah, no, I'm not making that. Modern Warfare 3 was the last good COD. I didn't enjoy. I enjoyed the survival mode. I didn't play online. I played the survival mode of that. That was fun. But that was about it. I only played that with my friends, so. Black Ops 1 was Call of Duty's peak. Yeah, Black Ops 1. I loved Modern Warfare 1.